back to Facebook. Hello, Lisa and Errol, Marie, Alan. Let's see, who else did I miss? Luann, hi. Oh, and Laura! Can you hear the music? Let me know if you can hear the music, please. I'm loving it. So, we are featuring this evening the music of Laura Ainsworth, who's here with us in the chat. So, isn't this cool? Very classy. We're having a classy happy hour. We've had some recent ones that were a little more, not unclassy, but lowbrow. We're classing it up this evening. I love it. Mom, hi. And Ron, hello. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you can hear it because, because that's what it's all about, right? Perfect for a swank happy hour. And I have some swank beverages to make for you. Paul will be here momentarily. But I thought that this evening I would start with a classic, but with a recent twist. I'm going to make the Stanley Tucci Negroni. Don't know if you were following this from, I don't know, a month or two ago. Apparently Stanley Tucci likes to make cocktails and shoot videos of himself making cocktails. Hi, Peter. And he made a Negroni, which the post went viral. And all the cocktail people went completely nuts.
Hey there, what I miss?
Yeah, well, you're listening to some fabulous music from Laura Ainsworth. But,
I am. I recognize Laura.
No, but I'm talking about the Stanley Tucci. I'm sure you guys all saw about it. But he made a Negroni, and the post went viral.
The pundits decided to weigh in on such things.
The cocktail. Oh, and he used his hands to put the ice in the shaker. He made mention of it. Hi, Lori.
Big deal. You're at home.
So, oh, and David, hello. So anyway, the Stanley Tucci Negroni, he used proportions that were not regulation, and all of the cocktail people had a baby cow.
Fill in the blank fit.
You know, I never turned on the ring light. I don't know if it matters.
I'll check it. Maybe it doesn't.
I'm just going to hit refresh here.
Yeah, let's take a look and see where we are.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even see myself. Where am I? Huh.
All right. Here we are.
There we are.
Okay, so.
There am I.
I'm going to make the Stanley Tucci Negroni. And
which is pretty specific, and yeah, it's off book. And I got to say, the people giving him bleep for that, I think these are cocktail people. You all know that you you adjust the cocktail based on your taste. You know, if you don't really like it one way, then
but they
take a little bit
had
out.
fits. I think we should turn on the light, don't you? So for those of you just joining us, we are enjoying the music of Laura Ainsworth. And she has a record. So for you record people out there, there is a record available.
LP.
Hi. And Christine, hello.
LP is a collection of selected tracks from the 3 CDs.
I'm going to drop the
and I have played it, and it sounds fab. So
I got to put the link to her website in the chat right now. But I highly, highly recommend picking it up.
Buy the CDs, buy the LP, get the downloads, watch the videos, do it all.
I keep thinking, return. Nothing happens. Return.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing happens.
Ping.
Okay, that happened. The Stanley Tucci Negroni.
Yes, did you say hi to Christine?
I did say hi to Christine. Thank you for joining us.
Well, what do you got there?
I have got some gin, which we just bought.
Any old gin?
Like an hour ago, so.
We're kind of low on gin. That's a terrible place to be when you're trying to make some classics. Your Negronis, your Americanos.
Mostly gin drinks.
Martinis, you know. Thank you very much. I'll be glad to give her another.
I have
I got pockets.
Warwick Gin, which is local for us.
Yes, very close. We
So,
actually shot at the Warwick Distillery.
New York.
They're the ones who make the black dirt bourbon and rye, the maple bourbon, which I like. And also the liqueurs. The liqueurs that you use frequently.
The American
sour
fruits
cherry.
liqueurs.
Oh man.
Also come from there.
That's Warwick.
So, for the Stanley Tucci Negroni, I'm starting with 2 ounces of gin, just as he did.
That's a good place to start.
I've already touched the ice, just like he did.
You know, it's a terror when you touch ice. Your guests will be aghast.
Oh no, it's horrible.
Make that sourpuss face.
It's the worst problem in the world.
tell you.
So, okay.
I don't think I've tasted this in a while.
And then
Give it a taste test.
he did, hi Bernie. So he did 2 parts
Refresh
gin to 1 part Campari and 1 part sweet vermouth, which is not regulation, but it's what he did.
Look, the standard formula, as you all know. Oh, you don't know? Grab your copy, Mr. Boston. It'll say 111. Like,
Yeah, normally you would do 1 part gin, 1 part Campari, and 1 part sweet vermouth. But
Sometimes-
hi Tony and Sandy. Hi, Sandy and Jerry.
giving us, hey, Woody.
Hi, Woody.
Sometimes you'll see that at like 3/4 ounce each, sometimes 1 ounce each. A 3 ounce drink, plausible. The actual quantity in the glass you're using, sure. But those proportions, I don't think so.
And then 1 part of sweet vermouth. This is the Stanley Tucci Negroni, for those of you just joining us. And we're enjoying the music of Laura Ainsworth, who's here with
You're
us
listening to right now.
this evening.
And an unusual
in the chat, in
fact,
spirit,
we're
she's
just
here with us.
playing music in here. We're going to get a copyright hit in no time at all. But, you know,
not.
the artist is here. She said, yeah, play
Hi,
my
Tom.
music. You know what? We were glad to because we played it, and it is fab.
So he shook it for quite a while. He served it in a coupe. So I'm going to serve it in a coupe.
Shaking it for quite a while, by the way, will tend to dilute the liquors a little more. Is that a good idea? Well, if you're using really high test, yeah, it's a really good idea. And since you actually upped the proportion on the base liquor, the 80 proof, yeah, it's a good idea. You want to get that down a bit. It makes it more potent.
And Mr. Tucci also garnished with a slice of orange. So twist it over.
Give it a little bit of essence there.
And then he dropped it in. So,
Hey,
Joanne, hi.
you know, some orange bitters at this juncture, not a bad idea. But if you have the orange peel, that essentially serves the same purpose.
The Stanley
There you
Tucci Negroni is really good.
You know,
I give it a yes.
we make these things. I haven't used the regulation formula in years because I kind of figured out that really more base and less of the mixers makes a better drink. He figured that out, and he uses even more of the mixers than we do. So I don't make it this way. But this looks like a reputable
Less
and
talking, more
excellent
drinking.
way to make it.
I love this song.
Great tune.
And your version of it is
Oh,
lovely.
Mwah. Mwah. Seriously. There we go. So anyway.
So happy. For those of you just joining us, we are listening to music of Laura Ainsworth, and it is fabulous. I dropped the link where you can pick it up.
Go
in
check
the
'em out.
chat, so definitely check her out.
However you like it. Do you like your downloads? Do you like your CDs? Do you say, nope, I'm a needle to wax man, I want that LP? She's got them all. Check them out.
She does.
Check out the music videos. They're just there for you to see. They're
Yes.
fun. It's good stuff. But this is the stuff straight up, by the way.
Have you ever-
That gin, if you'd like to.
Will.
Did we ever go live on YouTube? I don't know.
We did.
Oh, we did.
Okay, here we are.
Very good.
4 people watching on YouTube.
Hey.
Oh,
David.
David, hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yay. Yay. Okay, good. So David's here on YouTube. Awesome.
David's name checking first world problems. Probably the choice of media. Yeah, that is pretty first world. Seriously, it doesn't matter.
Good.
I think that lousily made MP3s are not a good thing, but that's kind of a thing of the past too. We play everything here. You've heard that in previous broadcasts. We play everything. We try to keep things going too.
Including 8 tracks.
I keep that machine going. Just fix the Super 8 projector, and it's humming along.
Oh, look.
If Zach Zito is watching,
Oh, no.
we're playing your collection.
The
So
computer crashed.
already. Good
So
grief.
we'll keep, we got to restart the computer, but
Okay. We can try this. That's not happening.
no.
Okay. Here we go.
We'll
Bang,
keep
bang,
try-
zoom.
The broadcast didn't crash, just the computer. So if
Yeah,
you're
we're still going.
if you've got a comment, please excuse us while we restart the computer.
2.
More first world
Okay.
problems.
I should probably. Yeah, and this is really a problem. I should probably plug this in too. All right.
Yeah, well,
Okay. You know what to do.
we'll just listen to the music and
Music.
wait for the computer to boot up. Sort of every day here at the lounge. So I'm having Stanley Tucci's Negroni in the vain hopes that if I tag Stanley Tucci, he might
might say, hey,
he might say hi or whatever.
Hey, it's a
but,
cocktail show. That looks interesting to me.
I know. I didn't know he was so into cocktails, but he is apparently. He mixes at 5 every day.
going to infer that the surname means he may have grown up in a household with a bottle of Campari and some good vino and all that.
I just got this message on the
Stereotype,
computer.
but still.
You shut down your computer because of a problem. Yeah, no kidding.
No bleep jock.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
saying.
You're darn right I did. Okay, here we go. All right. Hi, Melissa.
Go. Got that. Are the captions on? No. Awesome.
I am going to try to drop the link in YouTube. Sometimes YouTube won't let you post links, but
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
we'll see what happens.
Oh, you said hello to Melissa?
I did say hi.
Yes,
to
love
Melissa.
music. Yes, we love the music. I'm really glad to be able to share it. Laura reached out to us recently. We have some mutual friends, and we're all like associated on the socials and all that jazz, and just said, "I'd like to send you some stuff."
It won't.
Got a fabulous package with the CDs and the LP, and it's cool. Some of them are something. Hello.
All right, let's try this.
Let's try this out, hey.
Pasting in YouTube. Now, won't let me do it.
Bowie, what's the matter?
LauraAinsworth.com. I will hold up the record so
You can't just type it in.
No, I can type it, but I can't put in the link.
Oh, okay. Could you type in the link?
I
That's
guess
what
I
I'm
could
saying.
do that.
Yeah,
Let's
try
see.
that out. If it doesn't allow you to drop it, it's because hold this up. It's because YouTube is being very proprietary, and it's like yeah. We all know.
All right.
Big deal. This
All
is here we go.
Paste the link.
Top Shelf. Well, Top Shelf is sort of like top picks from CDs, and it's a really nice sounding LP. You put it on, you just crack open the bubbles and enjoy it. That's what I say.
I just love it when anyone makes a record. It makes me so happy. But this record makes me especially happy because it's so good.
And it is actually pretty heavyweight. It's pretty typical these
Okay.
days. Now, we made a record too, but ours was smaller.
Oh my gosh.
And Back Shelf, what a fab gown. It's really what a slick production. Very
Hi,
nice.
John. And
Absolutely.
Amy, hello.
And some hot spots on there.
I know,
Sorry,
I love the
folks.
Stanley Tucci video. I watched it again today.
I just love the concept of
Okay, good.
of all the
We're caught.
comments of people who are taking him to task. You didn't make it right. It's like, oh, for God's sake. No, that's the first world problem I've ever heard of such a thing. Now, where do I want to place said LP so that it's out of harm's way? After all, we got sticky stuff
I
up
want to
here.
spill on it. Here we go.
Liquors and mixers and ice, oh my.
So, do you have a drink for us?
As a matter of fact, I do have a pretty good idea. We figured that if we're listening to classic songbook and
Yes.
some real fabulous originals and just like a great band playing and a dynamite singer, that just sounds like you want to put on your smoking jacket and grab a
Hi,
classic.
Jeff. And
Negroni,
Lewis, hello.
excellent idea. Now I got another good one for you. Let's start with that.
So, we're doing sort of variations on classics. I mean, I'm doing at least one straight up classic, but I like the idea of doing variations on classics because you probably know how to make a lot of classics already, but it's fun to revisit them.
I would actually say this juncture, well, you should, but that sounds like I'm kind of giving you a command. No, that's not the idea. You probably do.
Hi, Mark.
Is more like it. You folks have been kicking around this cocktail thing for a while. You read the books. I say martini, you know what's in that. I say G&T, you know what's in that. Negroni, you probably know what's in that. Sidecar, sure. That kind of thing. Manhattan, absolutely. Have you made a Jack Rose? Now that's a little more unusual.
It's a classic,
It's a
but
classic.
it's a little more obscure.
Pretty venerable sort of thing that I like to make. We happen to have
Are
a
the
bottle.
subtitles on again, Lewis? I turned them off.
Please.
It says they're off on here.
It's off. It might be auto playing for you.
If you go to the gear
go to the gear,
and you can turn off the subtitles.
kick it, pop it up, you'll see it'll be the first thing. Auto
Because I
generated
have it off,
captions.
but-
Just turn off. So I happen to have a really venerable bottle of Laird's Straight Apple Brandy. It's like the sort of like one step up of their brandy, the line that they do. They've been making Applejack since 1780.
Hey, John is loving the music.
I think so.
Love it. Well, I'm sure everyone is, but no. I know I am.
No, and they sold another LP. No, I love that.
Awesome.
Product
Yay!
changing hands. What do you 2 ounces of this? This is actually literally, this is bottled in bond. Whoa, spent like 3 years in a warehouse. 100 proof. Serious
Normally that
octane.
wouldn't be good.
Well, if you're trying to age something like whiskeys.
No, but normally if you're
rye-
spending 3 years in a warehouse, it's probably a crime in process.
Oh, you mean like a person doing it?
Well, anyone.
Like a slang term for the big house? That's a different sort of thing.
I wasn't thinking that.
This just spent time there by law because that's just an old law, bottle and bond, to make sure that what you're getting is truly aged. So, you want to also do, I want the lemon. I'll take the lemon. Yeah.
The lemon that's lime.
This is lime. Okay.
The lemon is not that one.
And perhaps this one.
Yep.
There we go. You can do lemon or lime. I don't really care. You know, if you want to get like really technical, blah blah blah. Some tropicals are like lemon and lime. Well, I guess you better make sure you got both. Otherwise, you know. And
otherwise, the cocktail police will come to your
come
house.
for you. They're going to get you. So that's a half ounce. And the third ingredient you may have on your shelf, or you may have made it. I recommend making it. We do. And that is grenadine. Now, if this looks not like grenadine because it's sort of a dark amber rather than a bright red, it's because we didn't use red food coloring. A lot of commercial grenadines are not much more than that and sugar. Not my happy place. My happy place, make it. It's like 1-to-1, a really good
equal parts of a good quality pomegranate juice and simple syrup.
And simple syrup, sure. That's it. That's it. Pour them together. Some people will actually boil the pomegranate down so it's thicker and they make their grenadine. I don't have that kind of patience. I just do it this way.
Okay, good. David's able to see the link.
Excellent. It worked. Oh, yeah, and then Midnight Sun, that is one of my favorites from the songbook. That is just killer. I love. And a really great version. Great tune, great version. Seriously. So what do we have here? This is pretty simple. It's an Applejack sour. And it's got the jack, it's got your lemon for sour, you can have a lime for sour, I don't care. And then you've got your sweet stuff, and I use grenadine because that's what this calls for. You could have used like a simple, I think that's called an apple cart. I don't think anybody's made that since 1910. But people have made Jack Rose quite a bit, and it is one of my favorites.
It's just basically a daiquiri with brandy instead of
Daiquiri with brandy.
rum.
Yeah. Yeah, good night. And I'm going to grab a glass that will make this taste 73% better. I'm going to move the ice as well. I'll put that right here.
I don't actually need ice for my next drink.
Oh, true. Notice that sometimes I will let this rest for a minute. Let's allow all this to flow back down into the glass.
There you go.
I have not traditionally done that. And then recently I kind of saw that as a technique and thought, duh, why have I not been doing that? You know, pretty silly. Anyway.
Yeah, David, I like it better than it has more flavor than the stuff you would just buy with the red food coloring.
There are some really good grenadine brands out there.
There are.
They're probably smaller brands. This is kind of overflowing.
Oh darn, too much.
Oh shucks, I can have a refill, you know. That's the good thing about it. You say, oh yeah. And I'm gonna pass this to this young lady over here.
Kool-Aid. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got it. Wow, it's really full.
It's kind of full, a lot of sap.
It's really good.
Probably,
we make a lot of those in the fall.
It's a real fall thing that I do.
Hi, Randall.
You know?
It says autumn to me.
We're still in a condition where some days it's pretty cool out there, very cool out there in the mornings. So the brown goods we're still serving, and then gradually we'll probably start entering more of the clear liquors. But I tell you, this is a classic.
I don't know, because I do tequila in the summer a lot,
True.
and we use the reposado.
Mm-hmm. Which has some body, has some color. Look, here's another case. You've got something that you altered based on.
No, this is exactly Stanley Tucci's formula.
You altered the standard formula based on what Mr. Stucci said. And I will say I agree with him. In fact, we tend to go a little further by reducing the amount of the mixers, but this works perfectly fine. This is great.
Howdy from Middletown.
Hello. Hello, Kingston.
I love it.
Glad to see you, sir. And this is another one where if you take a look at the classic Kitsch-en, by the way, formula on this will say 1-1-1. We've made them that way. It tends to be too sweet. It tends to be off. So
Hi,
this is like
Michelle.
two, 1/2. There you go. Great little thing. I love a Jack Rose.
I need.
Two at the most.
Do you have that spray?
Come right your way.
I'm slightly sticky, and I want to pick up the record again, but I don't want to get sticky.
I'm telling you.
The struggle. Anyway. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Do that myself.
Stick. Hi, Heidi.
Hello.
Down in Heidi's Love Shack. I love it.
Today was pretty hot here too, so we're definitely out of that period.
Thank you.
Certainly, although I'm sure we're going to have some rainy days and the temperature's going to dip. I've been working outside quite a bit. Kind of nice.
We're enjoying the music of Laura Ainsworth, who happens to be here in the chat.
Hello.
So,
Say hi to Laura.
I am so excited that she's here, and I'm so excited to share her music with you because it's fabulous.
You dropped the link on both platforms, so
can.
you can see where to find this music in case you're intrigued and say, gee, I'd like to own some of that. Hey.
And Dan, hello.
I'd like some of those CDs, or I can find those downloads, or hey, I have a record player. I'd like to own that record. Well, guess what? She made a record. I love that.
I love that too.
That's just killer. It's just killer. They all sound good.
So
I don't discriminate with these things.
I don't want to talk too much because I want to hear the music, but
Yep.
I don't want to just stand here looking stupid
Hi,
either.
I'm just listening to the music, listening party, you know? You got to get busted for that. All these DJs are up on these sites now, they're like getting taken down after a couple of songs when they play something popular. Oh man, I feel for them.
I get it.
It's what they do, I feel for them.
Yeah, I feel for them too. I get it because they're trying to do what they do.
I know it's all
You know, and they're trying
copyright
to
issues.
pivot and go online as is everyone.
Pivot and go online.
But, you know.
Well, except us who pivoted like 5 years ago and went online. So
but-
we're still doing it, folks. But we're still here. We're still here for you. But here's the thing. To my mind, it's like, I understand copyright issues, but just because the platform hasn't really figured that out doesn't mean that these guys and gals should get punished. I'm just saying.
Well, I get the argument that I actually signed a petition that they are providing basically free advertising for the musicians
For the music,
too.
the music,
So
the
I
artists.
don't know. I mean, like I get it, but at the
Just
same
saying.
time, I'm like, they're playing music, and you hear it, and you're like, yeah, I'd like to buy that. So I don't know.
It's not too much different from what the radio does. I know that radio stations, commercially, they pay a particular license fee. DJ's not doing that. It's
Yeah,
different.
Ken says they take me down every Saturday night, but I always come right back.
Bounces right back. Good.
I love that.
Go, Ken, go.
Do it. Just come back.
Look, one of our friends who actually does, I can
Laura
probably-
says making it LP was her lifelong dream. I love that.
That's
oh my
great.
gosh.
It's great. You know,
I love that.
if you grew up with such things, you think that's music. You know, that's how it's played. That's cool. Well, I could probably name DJ Tiki, you know, who's doing shows frequently on what, Fridays and Saturdays, or just Fridays? Fridays. Has basically, well, he's a lawyer in life, and he actually, and also is a member of the Rhythmatics,
In life.
etc.
He's a DJ in life too.
And DJ, he enters a fictitious world from the
Thank you.
orbiting space station. You know, so he suggested, you know, being of a legal mind, that couldn't we just come up with, like, we all just pay a flat fee, and that covers
Right.
things. And then you can actually put a stamp in there, yeah, I have paid.
Well, like a club
and
does.
then, you know, like a club does. So
Because they
you've
have
got parallels.
Yeah. Anyway.
So why not? You know, it's not
Anyway.
exactly politics. We're not doing that here, but we're talking about legal issues. Things we do that here. We abide by things. We're playing the music of a particular artist. We do not have the rights to this in general, but she's here. She says, play away. There we go.
We have the right to share her music.
Yes.
We don't have the rights to the individual songs.
I'm not going to suddenly start using that in music videos and say, hey, I own this.
Hey.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, okay. David's looking at the records on the wall.
Bang.
Yes.
Bang. Oh, yeah.
Wow, Creech Quintet. I love that. Yeah.
We got that
It's all good.
sealed. It was in this loose plastic bag from 1955. That is just crazy. Pretty good record.
I know.
And the Art Van Dams are excellent. We've had Martini Time for years. It's a pretty salacious cover. And within the past year, picked up Manhattan Time, and that's very cool. I love the fact that there's Martini Time, Manhattan Time. Could there not possibly have been Sidecar Time? Oh, completing the trilogy.
You probably can't see all the way at the top left corner. Well, yeah, your left, my right.
You're looking right.
Is Mai Tai time. So I just love that we have Mai Tai time, Martini time, Manhattan time, and do I have cocktail time?
The three
back
big
there?
M's.
I do have cocktail time back
Harry
there.
Groob. The continental piano, Harry Groob.
Hi, John. That's what kind of nerd I am.
Yeah.
I want all of the time records.
He looks like he's drinking what you're drinking, as a matter of fact, Harry. And just think that elegant
is.
glove.
It is very. She's got the glove with the bracelet over it.
And clearly, she's the one who's been smoking. I'm just saying. You can tell. The lipstick.
Oh,
Yep. Funny.
there you go.
Funny business.
Rob Roy time, exactly.
Rob Roy time.
Rob Roy time.
John, that will be your first LP. The delightful trumpet stylings of John McDonough and his quintet. was Rob Roy time. Yeah, we're doing the Scottish classics. That's right.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Somebody's got to do this.
Sidecar
that person
time.
is you, sir.
Gin and tonic time.
G&T time.
Yeah.
Zombie time. Oh, somebody's got
Zombie
somebody's got a zombie time.
Kamikaze time.
Kamikaze time. Oh, okay. No, that's not a good time.
Hi, Dan.
Remember, folks.
Oh my God. And Janice, hello.
1 tequila, 2 tequila. I forget the rest.
Obviously, Janice gave me the perfect opening. Beautiful music.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Provided to us by Laura
Nudge.
Ainsworth.
Hello. Just
Let's
say.
drop the link to her website again.
The lovely and fantastically talented. I'm just going to say
I highly recommend picking
both
it
true.
up. All of it.
The entire. I recommend the entire catalog. To paraphrase.
Oh, that was Office Space.
Yes. It
I
was.
celebrate
I celebrate her entire
her
catalog.
entire catalog.
I know. That's a gag, but I'm not kidding here. This is just we've been listening to this music for days. Fab, great stuff.
Okay, so wait, John says, dude, my first album was Brilliant Corners. Did you do an LP?
Yeah, did you do an LP?
He's talking LP.
Check that out, sucker.
But
Because
anyway,
you've done CDs and things like that.
there's so many
I'm just
accomplished
kidding.
musicians here.
His first CD was Brilliant Corners, who in fact are brilliant. It's just like this absolutely.
We should
Great.
feature their music on one of our live broadcasts.
How could we possibly get the rights to that? Just saying. You can check that out too. I think that's still available, John. Drop the info. If so, you've got plenty of CDs to sell. Those are really fog arrangements of Thelonious Monk music played by a kick-ass band of guys. Absolutely great.
Okay, so we got.
And as a matter of fact, hint, hint, I'm on there too.
You're on there?
Yes.
Oh,
I have a vocal take.
the things I didn't know about.
You've seen me do it live. As a
I
matter of
have.
fact. It's been a while, probably
Yes,
like 20
sealed
years.
Bob Creech.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, that's on, I think, RKO Records, or, where's the record? I gotta see it.
Oh, Janice, stressful
Creech, where are
work
you?
at home day, enjoying a gin and tonic. Cheers.
Here, we've got to clink to that. Chin chin,
Yeah.
please. You know, and
We're
that's
all about relieving the stress.
that's great. You've got a classic. It's simple. You make it with 3 ingredients, bang, bang, zoom, and then you just sit back and go, ah.
Yep.
It's great to be able to do that. This is a 3-ingredient drink. This is a 3-ingredient drink. This is a very simple garnish. Bang.
I'm enjoying Stanley Tucci's Negroni. From the viral video of Stanley Tucci's Negroni. 2 parts gin, 1 part Campari, 1 part sweet vermouth. And I'm liking it. The cocktail snobs lost their minds, but
They've lost their minds. Well, you know. Now wait a minute. So that's just parts. So suppose one of the
he
large
does it in
ones-
parts. Yeah, no,
so
he mixes it in parts.
So wait a minute. 1 part gin.
It's like a Sandra Lee drink
And they got to
now.
get it's a Sandra Lee drink. And now you got half the bottle of Campari.
It's really a Sandra Lee drink now.
That's when I step up to the bar and say, "I'd like the venti, please." You know. Is that the largest you've got? You know. That's in New Orleans, and usually it's in a thing called a hand grenade.
Didn't we talk
getting
about
off
New
topic.
Orleans last week?
Getting off
when
topic
we
here.
were-
Well, New Orleans is the home of many classics, though, and boy, did we have some good,
Oh my gosh.
serious things.
New
things that
Orleans
look
is
like
really
this.
the place where I first got it about Sazeracs.
Man, oh yeah, they do it well.
Yeah.
I should make one of those. That's a classic too. Oh, we could go for all night.
You're working at home. Doesn't
yeah.
matter if you don't wake up super early, I guess.
I can wake up at 8:30 and get to work on time. I'm just saying. I tend to. Well, these days I tend to wake up earlier.
I woke up ridiculously early this morning. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but anyway.
I know why.
We
Well,
don't
there's
need to talk about it.
good quote from Laura. Tries to find great songs nobody's recorded in 70 years.
Yes,
And
I
that's
love that.
excellent. Look, the songbook, usually up in titles or boldface, has a ton of great stuff. And it's also got a ton of junk. If you actually see like a lot of old videos and recordings by bands, you'll find some stuff that's like, I don't know.
David says Unique Records owned by RKO. I didn't know that.
Yes, Unique Records.
Did not know that.
I think that's the same label as Leona Anderson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Unique.
Unique Records. If I'm not
She's
mistaken.
unique in a different
She's
way.
pretty unique. Yeah, that's a killer.
I love
But-
that record, but
But in the midst of like the sublime and the ridiculous, there's all these things that never really hit the imagination, if not the charts. And yeah, you can dig into that trunk and find some great stuff. Wow. So yeah, glad that you're doing it because you get
Yes.
the voice and you get the band for it. So keep it up.
Exactly.
Get out there and
Hey.
kill them. Boom.
I love it.
I'm gonna kind of concur with John on Broadway composers. I really dig Frank Lesser.
Oh yeah, well,
Not the entire of.
can't go wrong with Frank Lesser.
I'm not fond of all of his shows, but I tell you, How to Succeed,
Oh,
Guys and Dolls.
Yeah. How to
Oh,
Succeed. I mean, I love Guys and Dolls, but
Oh,
How to
yeah.
Succeed.
That is just. I grew up with that book in my house. It was this weird little volume about how to completely fake your way through corporate America. Hilarious. I didn't get it when I was 10. Now I'm like, this is a great book. And the musical.
Are you faking your way through
is
corporate
just-
America? I hope
Anyway.
nobody from Paul's work is watching.
Hey, I had the book when I was a kid. What am I telling
Hey,
you?
Bernie.
Anyway, so there you go.
Oh.
So,
Oh, so Janice made Campari. I
hey,
love that.
listen. Here's the thing. The first time I ever saw a bottle of Campari in somebody's apartment, and he had a few bottles of liquor, not these massive bottles like we weirdos have, right?
Hi, Eva.
It was just sitting there in the bar area, and I said, "Oh, can I try some of this?" Sure. So I tried. It was just so evil bitter. I thought, "Wow, who drinks this?" But nobody drinks it straight up.
Well, and now you've had things that were so much more bitter.
Now that I've had things which are truly,
Edward, hi.
truly bitter, like whoa, hey Edward, was just thinking of you because 1 year ago, doing AIDS Walk, and I think it was it last year? Or
No, it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, we actually saw you, and I was like, Edward, yes, so good to see you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Cheers.
Stick around for a while. And
My drink's almost gone. I gotta make another.
at this point, I would take Campari straight and say, okay, that's not so bad. But you wouldn't do that. It's a large bottle bitter, which means you use about a half ounce or an ounce in a cocktail, like so, and you enjoy it. That's the idea. It works very well. It's really just a variation on that bottle of cocktail bitters like Angostura, orange bitters, all of those brands, Bittermans.
Yes, David, we have music to
Etc.
supper by, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I like to feature it back here whenever we do any sort of video about anything angsty or suffering. I like to put that one
It
right
tends to
behind
make
me.
the rounds
Yeah.
in episodes, so be watching for that one. It'll come back.
Yep.
I remember several years back when I was doing things like uploading songs to a computer and making CDs from CDRs.
Showing your age.
Who does that? Yeah, really. Oh, I guess I'm old. And this was the OOs. And I remember making a CD for you. And the CD
Oh yes,
consisted...
Murray's talking about Lord.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
better.
yeah, there you go. Malort is pretty unique. It is a real dare shot.
Unique records.
In around the Chicago area, and definitely in its environs. I think if you go to a biker bar, they put a bottle in front of you and say drink. And if you pass the test, there you go. I'd pass that test because we did.
I didn't think Malort was bad.
It's
bitter.
It's not the bitterest thing we've ever had.
It's bitter.
So when we
but-
first tried that, we were like, oh yeah, that's pretty bitter. But we didn't fall over. And our host just busted his head open, I think. Anyway.
That was really fun.
Yeah, Negronis, they're a great thing. So
My Negroni's almost good. This is Stanley Tucci's Negroni. For those of you just joining us.
yeah, and actually I really like that tune. That's how I got my start. That's a funny one.
I love that one.
What I like about Lesser is his wise guy edge. When he gets more sentimental, maybe I lose it, but it doesn't matter.
No.
They're still great songs.
Well, what are you thinking?
The entire show, Green Willow, which has some really great tunes. I'm not a really huge fan of it, and we don't own it. I'm very familiar with it. I think it's a great piece. And as a matter of fact, you do a track from Green Willow on one of these CDs, and it's a great reading. So there you go. Not my favorite. But still, it's just because I like Succeeding Business. I like Guys and Dolls.
I love How
Whatever.
to Succeed.
Look, they're all good. They're all good. Coffee break.
Coffee.
There's no
Now
coffee!
that's a song for me.
No, that is a song for you.
I specialize in comic material, and if it's not comic material, it will be by the time I'm done with it. But anyway. We're here to talk about Laura
I'll
Ainsworth.
continue my thought, and then we'll get back to Laura because she's the featured artist here today.
Yes.
By artist, I mean artist. She's socking it to you right now.
I should show you the back,
What a
too.
voice, what a band.
She's got a great dress on the back.
Yeah, she really does. You know, it's a good
Yeah.
thing to feature. Just
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Yowza.
Hi, Dawn. So we have
Hey, our
a bunch
animator's
of
here.
CDs on the changer. So
I crated up the changer.
I
really
keep holding
should've
up the
brought it.
record, but we have CDs over here. I think. Oh, you can kind of see them.
You can kinda see
Yeah. All right. You can kind of see them.
Who played the leading criminal on Broadway? Well, I should know that because you actually dropped into the store about 18 years ago looking for one of his records for your mother. Does that tell you how I know who this is? I will drop the name in a second, but drop me another comment.
We need the bubbles.
He recorded 2 albums, as far as I know, was in a Broadway show, which is that, and had a hit single, hit top 40.
I like that we're playing some weird trivia
Song called
here.
Moonlight Swim. Pretty good tune.
Oh, Moonlight Swim. I know that.
Yeah, you do know. You know who I'm talking about? Yes. Yeah, I knew.
I
You know
know
who that is? Tony Perkins. Bang. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not typically known as a singer,
Laura had it.
but he held his own.
Laura had
Bang.
it.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, absolutely.
And his mom loved it.
You know something? I think, did you get both of the LPs? Because both of them were reissued. It was some French label. Pretty good reissues, too. And I remember you looking for them and you wanted it on an LP. Yeah, the store had them. It was like $15 or something. You know?
I need to go get the bubbles. Someone needs to go get the bubbles.
I'll get the bubbles.
All right.
Vamp.
The dry ones, please.
I'm sorry?
There's the dry and the rosé.
Oh.
I'll take the dry,
Right.
if you don't mind.
Sure.
So, I'm going to make a champagne cocktail, but we don't have champagne. We have cava. This is what I mean about we're doing variations this evening because we're middle class and we buy cava.
Hey, listen, everybody buys kava. You know why? Because here's the thing. There's this idea that champagne is the creme de la and everything else is imitators.
We did buy some champagne recently that was really cheap, and it was okay, but this is better.
Yeah.
So
Listen, we've actually had some really good stuff. There are names I could name, and I will not.
there's a pull tab, by the way.
Yeah, I used it and it fell apart.
Anyway,
So anyway, here I am on air, like trying to get this thing open, and whatever. Don't pay attention to the man behind the screen. So we've actually tried within the past.
yeah, please share the link to Hollywood Hi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
If you would, because
Yeah, throw it in.
it's a great book.
But definitely, yeah, it's fun. Oh, there's a third LP. Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
Okay,
gosh.
cool. So listen, there's this idea that like the champagne is the top of the heap and everything else is sort of pales. And we've actually within the past year, maybe year and a half, had some pretty expensive champagne. Probably in the
Hi, Brian.
the mid 2 figures expensive. And it was at a tasting, and I thought, oh, what a great time to like not spend a few $100s on a bottle of bubbles. And we tried it, and I gotta say,
Did you just say the mid 2 figures?
yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 figures.
It was in the mid single digits.
Yeah, it was at least $5. You know, no, that's the stuff from Trader Joe's, which I happen to like. It's great for parties. It's not bad stuff at all.
It's great for parties after everyone's had a few.
Well, it's not champagne actually. If you would, please. Are we conked again? No, we're not conked
No.
again. I think we're not receiving us. Hello.
I know what I look like. I don't need to see myself. I'll save that to use in the fire pit.
This stuff burns, which I suddenly thought about recently when we had a chimney.
And he doesn't mean it burns like it's cheap champagne. He means it burns like the cork
The cork burns. Cork is flammable. Pretty good fire starter. Not bad.
So,
Yep.
I'm going to do a classic, a champagne cocktail.
And a champagne flute.
We start with a sugar
A cube. The big cube.
And, no, it's just a regular size
It's a
cube.
small cube. Hey, where's Linda Patterson, by the way?
And then you she's here.
She's there? Okay.
And then you
Hello.
soak it in
Bitters.
with Angostura bitters.
I think we have, John. It's great. And as a matter of fact, within the past few years, if I'm not mistaken, when I was playing your brother in 1960, the election, we slapped on Belafonte at Carnegie. And I get that LP. Wow. And that was one of your mother's favorites, too. Wow, that record. The first one. And there's a sequel. Wow. Yeah.
So I'm soaking my sugar cube with Angostura bitters.
Yep. Keep churning it so it really
Yeah,
gets
you
in.
really want it to permeate. Using my 25-cent vocabulary words.
It's a permeable thing.
It's permeated. And then you fill with your chilled champagne, or in my case, cava. Ooh. I'm gonna give it a second to
Calm down a bit.
catch up. Yeah, but you can, I don't know if you probably can't see, but wow, that sugar cube is really giving off. It's fizzing like crazy.
A sugar cube is made up of just grains of sugar, and that is a lot of cavitation points for all you physics majors, and it will cause things to fizz like mad. You've already got the bitters in there, so once you load that up with the bubbles, you're ready to go. Well, that was good.
So I'm going to do another champagne drink after this, or in this case, cava drink.
Bubbles.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Amy, we'll do a bubbly tasting back when we could leave our house and be around people. And honestly, some of the expensive ones were it. I agree with you.
We had the experience.
We went to an event at the YouTube space in New York City.
In the old Nabisco building.
And there is a very upscale liquor store on the ground floor of the building.
Pretty fancy.
And they were doing a tasting, and of course we see tasting and we're like,
zip, I'm there.
Okay.
Hello.
So we went in there,
Serving.
and I think their least expensive bottle was something like $75. It was all bubbles, and they were all really, really expensive. And we're like, Suze, you're not too late at all. Hello.
Please.
So
always welcome. Come on
Nora,
down.
hi.
Enjoy the music of Laura Ainsworth. Hello.
So yeah, so we did this tasting, and I think the least expensive bottle of bubbles was $75, and we're like, okay.
That's a good way to kill a scene, I gotta say.
All right, yeah. I think if you're trying to impress someone, they might have been a good one to take if they knew like, ooh, he brought me $100 bottle of champagne, but otherwise,
you know,
we'd be like, oh, hey, thanks, and we wouldn't know how much it was, and you could have brought us this, and we would have been just as happy.
I like this business here because that tends to be about a $10 to $12 bottle of bubbles. And here's the thing. We had this conversation earlier today. It's not a question of, can I impress you with the price on the bottle? It's a question of repeatability. This is a bottle of gin that is 750 mil. If you're old school, you would call that a fifth. It's about the same. Well, how much is in here anyway? About 24 ounces. Okay? So, how many ounces do you put in a cocktail? 2 ounces. So that's 12 drinks. Divided by 2 is 6 servings. 5 plus 1 is less than a week. You could kill this thing. If this thing costs $100, wow, I'm going broke. So if this thing is actually a reasonable price, I like that a lot. And actually, Warwick is reasonably priced, absolutely, for the bottle of gin.
Yeah, I mean, $75 was the cheap bottle.
Jeez.
They're just looking at you. I was tasting this $75 one like,
I'm
yeah,
coming,
that's
Elizabeth.
good. And they're looking at me like, really? You thought so?
Sucker. Yeah. Bang.
Anyway.
So this is... It's us. And what's this?
We are enjoying the music this evening of Laura Ainsworth, and it is so good.
We're up her twice. That's why it's hogging all the memory. There we go. I'm going to pull Laura over here so she's more accessible, so we can drop that
link
on you again. So
I'm going to drop the link again.
Find the music, because that's the point. We are actually...
I think it is the perfect
here to tell you about Laura.
soundtrack for happy hour.
I'm kind of digging it in spades. I think that a little later I might just want to go outside for, it's the kind of thing we're talking about here. It is, after all, a smoking jacket. Yeah! Eddie Condon, he was the kind of guy who would do that. Unfortunately, so was Bix Beiderbecke, but, things happen. Funny guy, that. Yeah.
So this is a champagne cocktail. All you do is take a sugar cube, place it in the bottom of your flute, soak it with Angostura bitters, and then add chilled champagne.
And away you go.
Or Prosecco.
And boom, boom, boom. Champagne, Prosecco, Cava, what else is there? Moscato.
That's not fizzy.
Moscato's fizzy.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Not always.
Okay, well, I may be corrected, but if it's fizzy, it goes. We tend to favor drier varieties. If you like the sweet stuff, drink the sweet stuff.
I have some rosé in the fridge too, just in case.
The rosé is coming from our local. Is that right?
No, it's all.
How many rosé?
How many?
How many? This is good stuff. It gets good points and all that. I think it's a very reputable brand. Once again, repeatability.
It's won awards. It says so on the bottle.
It's about a $10 bottle of bubbles. We go through one of these a week on Fridays. If it was $75, I'm out of business.
Laura posted her Facebook link too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please go like her stuff on Facebook. Go like friend her on Facebook. Do all that stuff. Do the socials thing, huh?
Bamboo rum. We tried that somewhere.
The bamboo.
Yeah. At an event.
Oh yeah, I forget.
Oh, I know, Janice. I always say we should like all live on the same block or something.
Bix is worth your time. If you don't know Louis, well, geez, you're behind the times. He's worth your time.
Oh yeah.
How about Freddie Capar? That's a killer guy. I'm still thinking that, like, I just love those Buddy Bolden recordings. So that guy's great. So anyway. Oh yeah, please, Janice. We'd love you as neighbors. Quad Cities for the Bix Fest? No.
No.
I'm in the Quad Cities, period, and I would do it. Is there something called a Bix Fest with booze and cigars and hot jazz? I'm in.
I would do that.
Jeez. Seriously. I love this crowd. You're talking about things.
I know.
I'm listening to this soundtrack. This is totally within this. I got a hot jazz thing going on right now with a hot singer. Yawa.
I know, right?
I'm telling you. And also, like, there's a problem here.
I agree.
There's a problem here. Prohibition is on and my hand is empty.
Hi.
Wah.
Well, make yourself a drink.
What if I do? Those bubbles are available? Thank you. This is a great tune. I believe that Ms. Linda Patterson is listening, isn't she? Hello. Here's another killer version of another classic. He does.
I know. So good. So good.
All right, folks.
So what are you making?
I think it's 75 time.
I was going to do that.
Uh-oh. But you can't make 2 bubble drinks, can you?
Well, I was planning to. But you can.
All right.
You make it, and then I'll make it.
You'll have some fun with it.
Because I'm going to do an almost regulation for 75. Maybe you should do a very... You could do brandy.
I could do that.
There you go. You do brandy.
All right. With these things, this is a building glass. I like to throw a cube in just to start on.
Amy says, I think we should retire to the same compound. Exactly.
You know, no, don't look now, but people are starting to call our age group old. Cough,
oh my God.
cough.
I'm like, excuse me, I'm not quite ready to be put out to pasture yet.
I'll tell you, I'll give you a joke though. For the glass, I like to get it cold, so I like to throw a cube in. And then I like to have a Cuban. This is not Cuban, anyway. So, but I have had Cubans and sometimes they're good. Cigars, I'm talking about cigars. Don't tell work. I don't smoke apparently. There we go. So, letting that happen, and I got a little something for you called a French 75. What is a French 75? Are you ready? Load it, fire, bang. It's a 75 millimeter cannon. We're talking the Great
Christine,
War.
Amen to that.
We're talking like fire them against the Boche. It's wartime, folks. Kind of sounds like it's wartime now, and I'm not going to talk about that.
No.
I'm going to talk about things way past when people felt that the world was ending, but they made great things happen anyway, and somebody decided that a great artillery piece deserved a cocktail. This is a really simple sour with bubbles.
Amy, I agree with you. Let's start to plan.
Start to plan.
But I don't know. I keep hearing these references to us being old, and I'm like, what?
Squeeze me?
We can't retire. We're more than a decade away from retirement. How am I old? What?
Excuse me. I just hallucinated.
No, like, let's quote Elle Woods.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
I
just hallucinated. What?
Excuse me. So, look, the regulation way to make this, by the way.
Hi, Marcy.
Has a base of 80 proof liquor, and that liquor traditionally is what they were using at the time at those bars in Paris. It was gin. Interestingly enough, people think that it has to be brandy because it was France. It was gin. I think gin makes a fine 75, and I would do it any time. I also happen to really love brandy. So here's a fun idea. I don't happen to have brandy because we ran out, but I've got apple brandy. Take it.
It's
the
brandy.
full stuff, bottled in bond.
It's brandy.
This is the killer. I'm using it, damn it. There we go. I'm going to use 1 ounce of brandy.
See, I'm going to do a regulation sort of French 75.
I make them a little less than the formula calls for. The formula is like a shot of brandy, an ounce of the sour. It makes a strong drink. If that's all you're having, great. I'm reaching for the lime because...
That's the lime.
You could use lemon, you could use lime.
I was going to use lemon in mine, so this is good. We're doing different variations.
Half ounce of the lime. Some people will throw some sweet stuff in there. I don't really care, but I happen to like the fact that
Arrow wants an American 155. American artillery. A drink, not the gun.
A drink.
Oh no, what would be in that?
I'll make that next. I need some domestic bubbles. We happen to have such things. We could do it too.
We do, yeah, you're right.
We could do that too.
It's not champagne, but...
It's bubbly.
If it was champagne, it wouldn't be domestic.
Could you retrieve for me the orange bitters?
Sure.
I happen to think that a cocktail is not really a cocktail unless it has the bitters. The bitters could be Campari. Those are bitter. The bitters could be a cocktail bitter, like the Angostura or the Angostura Orange. Or the Reagan's
It's also
orange.
a good excuse to pick up Laura's record again. We are listening to the music of Laura
Just saying.
Ainsworth.
And so should you.
Happy hour approved.
So, ounce of the brandy, half ounce of the lime juice, and I'm going to fill with the bubbles. There we go. And I'm going to pass that back to you if you'd like to use.
I would.
And I am going to take my bit of lemon.
Oh yeah, I peeled all these lemons and oranges and stuff. And I keep forgetting to use them. Let's actually use them.
A little bit of a twist, and we're going to drop them right in. Boom. That is what I call a French 75. Also, I added orange bitters.
All right. Pass it over.
Oh, that's just
Pass it over to me.
That was just
as
brilliant.
the song says.
I love it. It's become kind of an American 75 with the addition of the apple brandy. Although apple brandy, Calvados, is very popular in France too.
Amy, where do you get your vegetable box?
Hello.
Hello, Craig.
Hello. What's happening on the YouTube?
I would get a vegetable box. We've started buying our veggies from a local farm store, and it was so funny today. We picked up an order, and there was this carrot in there that was so big it was like the size of a bat.
Seriously, you could kill someone with that thing.
I know.
Bang, bang, bang.
Where are these carrots coming from? It was kind of funny.
Mutants. This is one of my favorite things ever. I first had this years ago in a coworker's apartment when he had a party. I'd never heard of it. He served these. They were wonderful, absolutely great. And he also made deviled eggs. Really, the first time I kind of had a bunch of deviled eggs, I thought that's wonderful too. Wow, cocktail party. There you go. Every Friday, we basically like to do that here. This kind of thing, and that kind of thing, with the deviled eggs.
And this music is perfect.
And this
for a Friday night happy hour.
The great thing is that I love to throw on some records, and this record will be in heavy rotation because this is absolutely ideal.
She has
She
has several.
She does have several. Yes.
CD. We're listening to Laura Ainsworth, who has a number of CDs, but she also has a record.
Hello, plugging it again.
Yes. I will keep plugging it because I love it. But yeah, but we have the CDs on, so we're hearing all of it. It's great. Misfit Vegetables. Oh, she could send us a discount code. I love it.
Is that the island of Misfit Vegetables? That's about 6 months away. Just saying.
That's our greenhouse.
We're on the island of Misfit Vegetables.
I think the greenhouse is our island of Misfit Vegetables.
So far, things are growing gangbusters in there. They're going crazy.
Except I think today was too hot.
I think it was kind of hot.
Some of them looked a little
We're
sad.
going to have to vent the main door to the thing. We vented the vents, they're still vented.
Yeah.
But, some of them get a little unhappy. Some of these things are real hot weather things like
The peppers love it.
They love it. Love it.
The funny thing is, we have growing everywhere out of our compost. Like, it's just growing straight out of the compost is melons.
Melons.
Because we threw some melon seeds in it last year.
I think it was cantaloupe.
And now we have melons growing everywhere. And even the melons today were like in the greenhouse. But you can just see melons growing out of the compost. So I don't know, whatever.
What the hell?
Aww.
Absolutely. Please, look, I'm playing 2 out of 3 CDs over here. They're just going to rip. They just go.
What happened to the third?
It's in there.
Oh.
Yeah, this is CD 2.
Oh,
The
no,
third-
but it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there. It's going. It's going. This is one of those deals where I can just load a bunch of CDs and let the changer go. I love that. Sometimes I can also just throw it up on the Spotify or something and let that rip, please. But normally we provide you with a list because we do not have permission for all of these songs, but here we have the artist, the songs, the band. Beautiful.
Exactly.
I'm glad to be able to just let them rip.
Exactly.
It's a little easier on things. And I can hear the music. It's great.
I love that people are sharing music in here.
Yep.
John is sharing music. I love that. We heard of the Fat Babies out of Chicago. I have not. Love it.
Yeah, Mr. Morales, of course, is a real historian of these things and a great practitioner of his own right. And he's a real champion of the history. So definitely worth listening to and talking about.
We gotta go back to New Orleans when it's not Tales of the Cocktail.
Yeah, when it's just like...
Tales of the Cocktail was tons of fun, but
It's a little intense.
it's a little intense. You're drunk like the entire week.
Well,
Well, I was.
it's just a few days, but wow.
I've heard of liquor reps who go to Tales of the Cocktail and they're like, "Oh, I don't drink." I'm like,
Are you out of your mind? Wow. You're
"No,
right.
I'm not because you don't drink, but just like, wow, because I don't." Tales of the Cocktail, they start at 7 in the morning,
7:30 in the morning
and
at
it
the
ends at
gin
about
bar.
1 a.m.
And then there's the after party and the after party. Good grief.
Oh, Lisa's garden's growing great. I love it.
Glad to hear it.
I love it.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I'm going to recycle this because this is frozen up
Do
on
it.
us. Let's go.
Oh no, the computer froze up. What
Yeah.
a shock.
Big surprise.
Okay.
Check it out.
And turn off the captions.
Thank
because-
you, because every time you do that, it turns the back
Why
on.
does it do that? That's so weird.
I cannot conceive, sir. Yes,
Oh my gosh.
there we go. That's it. Here we are again. Now I can see everybody. Everybody happy. Here we are in this smoking jacket and look fab cocktail dress. Just saying.
Thank you.
You're enjoying your
Hi, Dave.
champagne cocktail.
I am. Well, it's almost gone.
I was just name
I'm enjoying
checking
the dregs of it.
the fact that this is featured in the movie I Am a Camera. Does anybody remember that title?
A
Couple of classic actors in there. And that story later became a pretty well-known musical. Name that musical. But within the movie, our young lady in Berlin orders a bunch of these. Too many of these. Wow, a lot of these. Champagne cocktail. And the waiter just keeps saying, champagne cocktail, champagne cocktail. This is a lot of fun. It's a fun picture. And the musical, I think, is one of my favorites. Complete blast. Anybody? I Am a Camera.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate it.
I love it. Oh, are we crashing again?
Already? Wow, this thing's having trouble tonight. What's with the internet? Hello.
Wait, clearly we need a new laptop.
You know what I don't need?
Stat.
Is all of this stuff in Safari open. Goodbye. I'll get that later.
Clearly we need. Well, you just hit refresh.
Refresh. Away we go.
It hasn't crashed yet.
If we just have this open, we should be in
All
good
right.
shape.
Okay. All right.
Bang Zoom. Computer problems,
Fingers
folks.
crossed. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Get rid of those closed captions
I don't
because-
care. What's internet? Hello, wait. Clearly, we need a laptop. You know that. It's hilarious. Turn on the captions if you want to be entertained, folks. Meantime, oh, we're on 7:20. Are you out of your mind? Come on. That's the best we can do.
I don't know.
I hope this looks better for you folks.
I hate the internet.
Sure. Seriously.
There, I said it. I hate the internet.
There we go.
Cabaret.
Thank you,
already
Marie.
got it.
Marie gets the prize. Kendra and Ev decided to take the book and the movie and turn it into a musical. I think they did a great job. They transitioned it to something that itself stands on its own. It's one of those things I remember seeing a lot when I was a kid.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
I purchased a few
Excellent.
songs. I love that. Oh, 104 in California. Whoa. I love that. Here it was like only in the 80s.
It's pretty hot out there.
Right, yes, Cabaret.
Yeah, pretty hot. Slightly
Hi,
dry.
Aaron.
Not so dry right now. So, you look
Right.
a little low.
I was also planning to do a French 75. Clearly, we don't talk about these things ahead of time.
Oh, no.
But that's okay, because I'm going to do one with Jim.
There we go. Like the man said, champagne cocktail.
All right.
Crashing again.
Our computer's crashing again.
As long as I can see the comments, I don't need to see me. And away we go.
No, I don't need to see me either.
No. There we go. I froze
care.
me. I don't care.
I've seen me.
I've seen me. Blah,
French
blah,
75. So this is almost regulation. Although I'm going to leave out the sugar syrup. I have a tiny little bit of sugar cube left in here, so that will suffice. No, I need the other one. That one.
Oh, Pony in the Shop.
Yeah.
My favorite of these guys.
Yeah.
Although I like this copper thing here too. It's fun.
Because I'm going to do...
Hey, John, where's Joe? He was here last week.
the regulation
If he's got
version
Nikki, they should be watching. I'm just saying.
of the French 75.
106 in the desert. Whoa!
We gotta get Nick. Maybe he could come and like be on a live video.
Hey, wait a minute. In the desert, you have non-zero humidity? No, that's interesting.
Okay, so you know what? I need a shaker, please. Planning is for
Anyway.
amateurs. Amen to that, Amy.
Hmm.
Let's just do a regulation.
How about a shaker like this?
That's good.
Yeah, that works for me.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you mind
Hello.
icing me, please?
Not
Hi,
at all.
Michelle.
By which she means I'm going to put ice in her tin.
No, this is not going to be an episode of Forensic Files.
No.
But
Or ID. Anything on the ID channel. I like that massive iceberg in here. What do I ever want?
break it up.
Break it up, will you? Yowza.
It's Susan's dry heat. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
When I have been in the desert in the summer, I enjoy it, but that's because I run cold and I don't like the humidity. So
There you go.
thank you.
The
I
answer,
personally enjoy it. I know a lot of people really do not, but
answer to Bill's question, I think it is you, although I can't see myself. So, are we going out of focus, anybody?
I think it's the internet connection.
If so, then maybe I've had too much. But I haven't had too much.
Okay, so I started with 1.5 ounces of gin. And then I'm going to do 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice.
Now you're talking. Oh, Michelle's addicted
Now,
to ID channel.
Normally, me too. Normally, this would include simple syrup, sugar syrup, but I don't want mine to be that sweet. So,
Please.
if you don't mind.
Some people like it less
Sugar
sweet.
ice.
I do. He likes it even less sweet.
I'm not a fan of super sweet, so.
Bix Fest. Oh, yeah. I love hearing about musicians who are just on the ball with this stuff. Like at the end of the... Pardon me. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Sugar ice straight into your champagne flute. Normally you would use simple syrup if you want to have a regulation French 75. Thank you.
Yep.
And then top with your chilled champagne.
There
I'm
you go.
using cava.
Now that has a much less bubbles than with the other drinks because you shook and poured. So there's a little more dilution happening there.
Delusion.
Dilution.
You're delusional.
Dilution. So okay, we look good.
I am going to add a twist of lemon to mine because I skinned all these lemons.
That's not why you're adding it. You're adding it because you like yours with a twist.
It smells good. It looks pretty. Let's do it. No focus problem here, although the drinks might be making it harder to focus. Yeah, I know.
If you're following us, Laura, who is singing right now and doing a beautiful, beautiful job, then you're going to say, the night is getting very happy, but we're all home, we can't go anywhere, so you might as well. And that's the thing.
I don't know, I guess depending on where you are.
Oh, maybe your state's opened up and away you go.
We can't go anywhere, but that's okay. I didn't want to go anywhere. So.
We recommend staying in place for a while, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway. La la la.
So good.
Good thing. Oh, I haven't tried this exact thing.
Do it.
So this is with the gin?
That's with the gin.
The gin and the lemon.
Yes.
Any bitters?
I did not use bitters.
No bitters. And then fill the bowls. There we go.
I was going for the regulation recipe except for the sugar syrup.
You know, that's kind of exactly what you would get if you would go to a classic sort of a Broadway bar like Sardi's.
I'm going to add a sugar cube.
You can add a sugar cube. Oh, let it fizz.
I personally like it less sweet, but I'm feeling nostalgic. We would normally, whenever we go to a show or something in New York City, we usually go to Sardi's or the Algonquin after.
Two good choices.
And order one of these, and they will use the sugar syrup. So I'm adding it. Pardon me.
Sardi's happens to be one of my favorite bars in the world. And I've been to a fair number of these places, and it is not normally considered as sort of a premier New York cocktail bar.
Not even close.
But the folks there are very old school, and they do
Colonel
it
Keg,
right.
hello!
For serious and for real. Hey!
Aw, thank you, Colonel Keg.
Mm-hmm.
So I did add a sugar cube. Normally I would drink it without, but I'm a little bit nostalgic for
You want to get that sort of
Sardi's.
flavor.
It's right in the theater district, and you can go there after a show, and it's not crowded because it's not fashionable. Nobody goes there anymore, so
no.
Pass that along.
You see,
but you would all love it, honestly. If you're watching this
Every single
show,
person would love it.
you would love Sardi's.
They're very old school, and they have portraits of old school Broadway people on the wall that have been there for since the year one. And some contemporary people too. They got like Bob Hope up there that was drawn in probably 1952.
It's like Sardi's.
It's just like all of these portraits. It's just a theater bar par excellence. Really amazing.
I keep it simple and I keep it domestic. I drink swill.
As far as another classic joint that's been there forever that I would really like to get, I don't know, my sidecar at, that would probably be Keen's, another theater-oriented bar that's been there since about 1886.
Yeah.
Wow. Steakhouse. Vegans,
Yes,
beware.
Amy, the lemon white scurvy.
But if you actually will go for a chunk of meat, this place will get you a chunk of mutton that will send you on your socks.
You can do vegetarian there.
You can do. You can.
You
But
can do
why?
that.
Seriously.
But if you were inclined.
Cocktails are just like, that's the way to do them. And if you're like, I just love a hotel bar, Algonquin, Iroquois, the Plaza, the Pierre. I used to work at the Pierre.
Okay,
So there you
so
go.
John said, since we got musicians on here, who are your big influences? I love that you asked that.
Now there's a leading question.
I call myself a musician. For many years, I did not call myself a musician, but I do now. And I'm going to say Carol Burnett,
That's a great one.
Elaine Stritch.
Great singer. Now that's an interesting one. Not normally considered a great singer. Of course, sort of actor, singer, not like that, but she doesn't have that kind of range, but she has the pizzazz. And she can sell it, and boy does she.
Well, and even people like Joanne Worley, who is a trained singer.
More of a singer.
Yeah,
more of an operatic singer. Does the funny. Both of them do the funny so well. Stritch we saw live was unbelievable. I'm glad we did
Nancy Sinatra.
that. Nancy, there we go.
I love Nancy Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who else? Marty and Elaine.
No, that's a great couple. And
The
you got to see
Loungeliers.
Loungeliers.
Marlon Jean Merman.
Oh,
The fine sugar the Brazilians use in caipirinhas dissolves so quickly. Wow, I love that.
that's interesting. I lived with a Brazilian guy from college. When I moved to New
That
York.
doesn't sound wrong at all.
Well, there were actually 4 people in the apartment at the time, and he had his space in the apartment, and I just signed on.
I might plug in my phone.
And he made caipirinhas, and he had a really nice bottle of cachaça. I think it was Ipioca. And he just used that brown sugar, not the brown sugar you get in a bottle in a box that says Domino, but the stuff you get in the ethnic section that is like a Mexican sugar or Demerara, that kind of thing. It was actually the same size cubes or even larger cubes. It did not dissolve as easily. So what are they using in Brazil? That's interesting. But he knew how to make it. It was really good. It was really good.
For those of you just joining us, we are enjoying the music of Laura Ainsworth. We will drop the link one more time because I cannot think of a better artist to grace your happy hour. Hi, John.
Stretch did a one-person show around 2001 that we saw
it was so good.
that was intense. And she talked about working on the show Sail Away with Noel Coward. And the hilarious thing was that every time they were on the set, he's like, Stretchy! And it just goes into this thing. It's just, I actually really, really love Noel Coward. And it's because of like early experiences.
Okay, I gotta read this out. Laura says, my biggest influence was my late dad, Bill Ainsworth.
Name checked on the CDs.
Big band,
Oh, yeah.
musician, arranger, and jingle singer. Also Ella Keeley's.
Keeley!
Yeah.
B. Wayne! Oh, wow!
Wayne.
That's cool.
Julie London.
Julie! Peggy!
Lee. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
too
I
many
know.
to mention. And love that so much.
That's killer. That's a great basic list of singers you want to check out.
Yep.
I was like dropping Nancy Wilson earlier. Love Nancy Wilson. Wow.
Yep.
She's actually kind of subtle, and that's deceptive. Wow, she's good. I played that album with Nancy Wilson and Kendall Adderley. John? Oh.
Stretchy.
Oh, jeez.
Dano, hi.
Hey, Dano! Woohoo!
Yeah,
Hot stuff.
I gotta say Nancy Sinatra.
Yep.
And people are like, she's not a singer. I'm like, but she is. We saw her live
Well,
a couple of times anyway, and she was
She
just
sold it
kicking out
12
the
ways from
jams.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
She really did it. Kick out the jams. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
she did. She was kicking out the jams.
Shall I talk about my musical influences? Oh, boy.
Well, pull up a chair. It's gonna be a while.
It's going to be a while, folks. I cut my teeth when I was very young on easy listening, which means we're talking Percy Faith and Ray Conniff. That was my mother's station. The records in the house were all musicals, like Hello Dolly, Man La Mancha, and West Side Story, which was my dad's copy. He saw West Side Story in 1957 on Broadway. Can you say that?
Dano, we're sharing our musical
you're not that cool.
influences. So, Dano, post your musical
No,
influences.
you can't because you're not that cool. That's amazing. He had the playbill. This has disappeared, and that's one of my life's regrets. Wow. Anyway.
Oh, I'm sure it's in our attic somewhere.
No, it isn't. I can guarantee that. Gone.
Really?
We saw Nancy Sinatra twice. Once was at the Bottom Line, my favorite New York nightclub ever, gone. And once was at B.B. King's, which I think is still there, and is
Still there.
also a great club. She had the best band in the world. They were unbelievable, and she was a lot of fun. So there we go.
She did Purple Rain.
Oh, just my top 10. Oh yeah, she did
Just
Purple Rain.
saying.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. Yeah.
Hi, Satellite.
Yeah.
Welcome.
But the other records in the house were things like Herb Alpert. And I still play these records because they're brilliant. They're just great. So that's early stuff. That's great. And then we get later, and I have this little box of singles in the house. One of those little boxes of 45s. And I pop it open, and I see things. I see that there's things listed like guys called Buddy Holly and Javier Cugat.
What year did we see Nancy? Oh, Satellite, thank you.
2000.
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah, early 2000s. We saw her
2002.
twice, like within a year of
And
each
probably
other.
2003 or 2004.
Yeah.
That period. She was touring, and she came out. She did not come out in this go-go dress. She came out as a rocker chick.
It was good.
She looked a lot more like Chrissy Hynde or something, and she just played whatever she wanted.
There's a net flying around.
She covered stuff that like Blue Cheer did. She was really good, and her band was just tops.
Lucy Wilson. Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Oh my god. Laura, I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and actually, I do know how you feel about Herb, and I think that you need to listen to him a little more closely because he's not that guy. There's more going on there.
I love that
Lena?
about Marilyn McCoo.
Oh, please.
Oh.
Marilyn McCoo is just, absolutely,
Yeah.
the Fifth Dimension kills. And then there's the fact that they were in the same general, like, bunch of studio singers that eventually split off the Friends of Distinction, who are just brilliant. I love both those groups. They're just great.
I think if I
Just
ever
great.
met Carol Burnett, I'm sure I would just yeah.
Okay, so David, the song that she did was Hello LA, Bye Bye Birmingham. Can you
Yeah.
name the composer? Yeah, you could. You could. Blue Cheer did that. So did she.
If I ever met Carol Burnett, I would make such a fool of myself.
Her version was a real slow burn, and it was great.
Oh.
Don't tell me how I could demonstrate that to you.
If I ever met Carol Burnett, and people are always like, oh, if you met like Carol Burnett, you know, I see interviews with Carol Burnett, and she's so down to earth and everything, and I'm like, if I ever met her, I would probably come across as such a jerk and be like, I'm not worthy.
I think I'd be speechless.
It would be like Wayne's World. I'm not worthy.
It would be like meeting Dick Van Dyke or something. You're like, good grief, American legend kind of thing. I mean,
Yeah.
like, Carol Burnett is brilliant in so many ways I can't even start.
Oh
Jesus.
my gosh, Michelle says there's supposed to be a very good documentary on Herb Alpert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Christine, Carol Burnett, just shut it down.
Here's the kicker. She actually sort of sold herself very early on when she was on the, I think it was Today Show with Durward Kirby and all that kind of thing. As sort of a joke singer, but she really had chops. She
Yeah.
really did. She was playing for fun, but at the end of the day, she could just do standards. She does a really great...
I waited outside to meet her. Look, oh.
She does a killer version. She made 2 albums for Decca, and there's a song, you know the song by Sondheim, All I Need Is a Girl,
Yeah,
from Gypsy. She does a version, All I Need Is the Boy.
yeah.
That is the version. That is killer. I gotta tell you. Absolutely killer.
And Vicki Lawrence.
Yeah, Vicki Lawrence, who came out of
Vicki
nowhere, and
Lawrence.
it's just like my little sister. That's crazy, but they work so well. Coincidence, whatever the hell. She's brilliant too. Gotta say.
And honestly, after that, my influences are drag queens.
Oh yes. Please.
Barley
Mwah.
Jean Merman. Yeah.
Rita. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's the stuff.
Oh my gosh. You met them. I love that you met Marilyn and
Hey,
Billy.
look. For a long time, I think this sort of group was seen as sort of a studio combo, and they just did very trad stuff, and they're
Oh
not
my
that
god, there's
interesting.
this gnat flying around here.
They're trying to
like-
kill too.
I know we're supposed to like,
Goodbye.
look at cats.
But I've become convinced that that kind of studio combo with the 5 vocalists may be the most brilliant thing ever. I just grew up on that, and it's just killer. 5D, Friends of Distinction. Man, you just go on from there. You want to start talking about the Mamas and the Papas, and who was that? Sunshine Company. Wow, great groups. Love this sort of stuff. Love it. So, hey Andrea, glad to see you.
Hello. Nancy Sinatra covering Blue Cheer.
I said that.
I want to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We might be covering another punk rock classic
Maybe.
in the near future.
Maybe. Just saying. I'm dry, so I need to do a thing.
Do you, boo?
Well, let's make it happen.
We bought all these bubbles today. We might have to go buy more later.
It's gonna be a long night.
No, I'm just thinking about AIDS Walk at Home on Sunday.
By the way,
And
we
I
are doing
promised
it.
myself we would each have our own bottle of bubbles for AIDS Walk at Home because
You gotta do it.
The thing about AIDS Walk is, if you're a star walker, you begin the day with a champagne breakfast. And the last few years starting AIDS Walk, I was feeling no pain. And it's a great way to do a 10K.
It's a great way to do a 10K.
There, I said it. It's a great way to do a 10K.
For years, this was a tent off of the main concourse. And then they finally actually managed to accommodate the boathouse off of Central Park, which is just
oh my God.
Unbelievable.
I gotta read this. Laura says, they saw Vicki Lawrence last year. She does a show that's half her singing and telling stories. And the second half is her as mama. Oh my God.
Man.
My heart would stop if I saw that.
Oh, killer. Oh, first LP was The Fifth Dimension Greatest.
I love that. Love it.
This is some kind of killer. I think those people are just brilliant interpreters. They have a whole album of Jimmy Webb stuff called The Magic Garden. That's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
Yes, Lisa, you're right. Crazy how she can feel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She figured that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime somebody decides to self-produce, I'm just going to do this, like, you know, with the producer and make it happen. It's like Mary Tyler Moore Show.
The Singers Unlimited, David.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think, John, you're catching that sort of thing. Singers Unlimited are coming off of, I believe, the High-Lows from the 50s. I think it was Gene Perling formed them. And they're pretty brilliant. They're pretty kind of great. It's very jazzy singing. Reminds me a lot of, who was that? French group led by an American.
Swingle Singers?
Which is the Swingle Singers, yeah. The lead guy was literally Ward Swingle. I'm not kidding you. This is the guy.
His name is really Swingle?
Swingle, yeah. The Swingle Singers are that, but it's like him
but that's funny.
And a bunch of French kids, and they're just singing these very complicated arrangements.
Christine, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Gene Perling. I
was watching The Fifth Dimension.
I'm not a really huge fan of the High-Lows. They're not my favorite vocal group of that, but they're brilliant. They're really good. Of that type of thing, maybe the Four Lads.
Is that another four group?
Oh, there's a lot of four groups.
Lads, the Four Preps.
Four Preps, the Four Schmucks, you know, all those other groups. That kind of stuff. Personally, I'm really, really fond of the Kingston Trio. I've got to say. I'm going to date myself right there. Yeah, I'm actually 75 years old, folks.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, seriously. The Swingles are kind of goddamn brilliant.
My mom nearly went insane.
They're kind of goddamn brilliant. I gotta say, like, you listen to this, just like, whoa. Yeah, it's very cool.
That's funny.
Their Christmas record is a favorite in the Madonna household. I believe Joe is not watching. He should be. You should all own it. It's really, really great. You can just go to YouTube and get the whole thing for free. Check it out. When you love it, buy it. Just go to town. It's just unbelievable. Let's have some fun here. I was
already having
bubbles. Fun. Oh yeah, let's have some more fun, huh? What can we make with bubbles?
I'm having fun. What can we make with bubbles? I know.
Why don't you go to town? Hey, Kat.
Here.
This is the second time you've joined, I think.
Hey! All right.
I'll just hold this. When I'm able to see the record again, when it comes around on this thing, I can make sure this doesn't have a hot spot because it's a very pretty looking record. Hello, Halsey. And YouTube's. Oh, David, just check. You can check out the entire of the Swingles, if you would. Okay, so I think I get a really bad hot spot on Laura's face. I might have just corrected that. Gotta wait for it to come around. Holding it. Yep. Hello. Oh, I know what you're gonna do. There we go.
Me? I'll do it.
Go to town.
You're the one that said you needed a drink, but I'll do it.
Yeah, well, I need a few things here. I finally got this record to do something right.
No, you gotta hold it like that. You gotta tilt it down. That's how you don't get a hot spot.
Get your bubbles.
Hi, Amy.
Hello, Halsey.
You gotta hold it down.
Charlie of the MTA.
All right.
Nightingale for the Manhattan Transfer, another vocalese group. You know? Love these things. There's also Dan Hicks and his Hot Licks. They're pretty cool.
That's clever.
Yep.
Right. Ashley, love it. Yep. Yep.
We're starting because we were crashing out again.
Oh gosh, the computer's crashing. What a surprise!
Big surprise. I don't think it's us. I think it's the YouTube, the Facebooks actually. Stephen Edie, Modern Airs.
Yep.
The Modern Airs were actually an outgrowth of the Glenn Miller Band. Their Christmas album is brilliant. Unbelievable.
I wanted to get every drop. If you don't mind passing
You
that
got it.
on.
Mind if I do?
I need a clean champagne flute.
All right, you can take this, please. We've displayed Laura so you can see her. Buy the record, damn it. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm just showing you both sides are gorgeous. Sometimes you buy a record and the front is great and the back side is like, whatever. So I want to show you that both sides have beautiful art. Thank you. Marty and Elaine, I love Marty and Elaine.
They're a hell of a lot of fun.
Oh my god.
You really need to see them.
They are the best. Okay. Key Royale. Is this repeat?
Probably. Yeah. You need cube?
I'm going to do a Key Royale.
Another classic, which is really, really easy. We started this at a party.
Easy classic champagne drink.
Wasn't that last year or 2 years ago?
2 years.
2 years.
Well, a year and a half.
Everybody loved it and got kind of rocked.
Oh, well, no,
So there we
last
go.
Christmas too.
Yep.
Yeah, so you do a ½ ounce of creme de cassis, and then you fill with your chilled champagne. And it sounds really simple, and you feel ripped off because, like, wow, I wanted a complicated drink, but nope, this is good.
2 ingredients, bam, bam. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so like the whole deal with close harmonies, I'm a real sucker for that. I've listened to a hell of a lot, and I've cut my teeth on a lot of hardcore, no harmonies whatsoever, but really close, really intricate harmonies kills me. Has anybody yet dropped the name, the free design?
Oh.
Those people kill me.
I'm going to add a twist
Seriously.
of orange to this.
Really, really kill me. We're listening to extremely classy music right now, and it's reminding me of other classy music, so there you go. I'm not trying to take away from our singer who's with us, who is brilliant, but it's just inspiring me of all these things, I tell you.
Let's drop the link again.
Shall we?
I can't recommend the music of Laura Ainsworth more highly for your happy hour.
You love it. You're listening to it.
Oh, Dano,
I
just
love it.
bought the record. You will not be sorry.
Thanks. No.
So good.
Gonna love it. Gonna love it.
So good.
Seriously. Sold some records already. I love that kind of thing.
So good.
We are introducing people to people you should know.
Yeah.
I hate to should
Halsey,
people.
hello.
I hate to should you, but you should know Laura. That's why we're here. Boom. Done.
So good. No, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, and there's still wrong time. Like, sometimes I listen to music and I'm like, I love this, but now's not the time. It is always the time.
I mentioned Blue Cheer before. There's not always a time for Blue Cheer, but I really love them dearly. Not dinner music. This is dinner music. So, you know, there you go.
Yeah. Kites are fun, but they're free to decide.
Bang. The song is great. The album is great. Great. Really fantastic. They made, I think, about 5 albums for Project 3. They're basically all worth checking out. Yeah.
Yes, I love That's How I Got My Start. I love this song. I didn't even know that song before this.
Really
but
good.
Yeah, so good.
Some kind of cool, I gotta say. Brazil 66, that's a good one thing there with the harmonies.
Yeah. for sure.
A little underrated. For a long time, I think they were seen as sort of these like AM radio kind of easy listening people. But the arrangements are brilliant, and of course, they were brought on board to the A&M board by Jerry and Herb. So
Jerry and Herb.
Herb.
You're on a first name basis, apparently.
Yeah, I am, as a matter of fact.
Jerry and Herb.
Right. I'm just saying. Yeah. Herb Alpert, Jerry Moss, A&M. Come on, it's easy. You saw Blue Cheer? Jeez.
You saw Blue Cheer?
Wow.
I love Blue Cheer.
I had a chance to see them in the 80s. I really missed that chance. And now, of course, Dickie's dead, so that's the end of that.
What was wrong with you? Why didn't you see them?
I was a wimpy teenager. What can I say? Eventually, I got over that and saw, like, Black Flag. With Blue Cheer, Black Flag.
Oh my gosh.
End of the day, you wanted to see one of them. I should have seen both.
Black Flag might be showing up on next Tuesday's video.
Maybe. I'm not saying anything.
Maybe.
They did a thing, and oh jeez.
I'm gonna give myself a little ice. You're not supposed to ice champagne, but my drink was getting a little warm.
You want it to be very, very cold, and ours has been sitting out there because we're doing a show, so we should have a whole like bin that's in blah blah blah.
Love it.
You know something? I love that. Bring back a little grace and elegance. Our show right here is about quality, education, interest, these sorts of things.
Having fun.
Sophistication, having fun. We're not here to be like tight up the wazoo. We're here to show you some fun.
Tight up the wazoo.
I was gonna say.
Have you ever talking to Glendora?
I was gonna say tight ass, but I think that's inappropriate on the air.
You're talking to Glendora.
So I'm not gonna say that. But I'm gonna say we're not here to be uptight. We're here to just show you a little relaxation. And in terms of what is happening in the actual outside world right now, you don't want to know.
No, don't go there. Don't.
I didn't. You don't want to know. So we're trying to show you something that's fun, sophisticated, cultured, funny. A little wise guy. I think that kind of describes Laura.
Those captions
She's doing it.
are auto-generated. I'm turning them on.
Bye. And that's the kicker. I'm not going to talk about anything else except we're here to show you things you should know about.
Oh.
I'm done.
Did you read that? I don't have my glasses on,
Rob.
so I'm going to have Paul read it.
Oh, yeah.
Game Astrid Gilberto.
One night, Carol Burnett came with her assistant and sat at a table for two.
Oh my gosh, you got to read that out loud.
Man.
You got to read that out loud.
Still living, she sang along with the number of
Carol
tunes.
Burnett. I know.
She eventually asked if she could sing Ain't Misbehavin', and after I set the tune up, the piano player never dropped in, so she and I did it together. We chatted through the evening. Anything else? Oh, man.
I can't even imagine.
I love a celebrity who's just like, I just want to do some songs. I feel like someone like Dick Van Dyke would do that. I feel like someone like Vicki Lawrence would do that.
Yeah.
There are some people who are just like friendly enough, and they're just like, oh, let's do some tunes. You kind of feel like if you were at a thing and Mel Brooks dropped in and you said, hey, Mel, would you like to do high anxiety? He'd say, oh, geez, I don't know.
Can you imagine?
And he would just do it. He'd be like,
all the comic people are my influences.
I love the people who have a sense of humor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate you showing up. You've actually dropped a fantastic story for the folks here.
I love that.
That is unbelievably cool. Bossa Nova? Oh, hell. I listen to a ton of Bossa Nova.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Bossa Nova my entire life because of Brazil 66, and then you like grow up and start listening to things like, well, actually in my house as a kid was Gets Gilberto, the second record.
Yeah.
And that's like Gets and Charles Gilberto. It's a great record. The first one has the girl from Ipanema, Big Hit. So that established it, and the rest of it is like bang. Circa 1962, suddenly Bossa Nova is a thing in the States, and you could listen to it, and there's some great people who came in there. And eventually that starts to mutate a little. Did I say mutate? And you get groups like Los Mutantes, which are just fantastic. I love those kids.
Colby, hi!
Hey, Colby!
Hey!
Awesome! John, yes, I was, and that was Red Rodney. I'm not kidding you. I'm not shitting you. That was Red Rodney. For God's sakes, that guy was awesome.
You passed.
Yeah, I did, because it was Red Believe Rodney. This is the guy. He plays with Charlie Parker. He was so cool. And yes, you did. That is unbelievable.
Oh my God.
That's unbelievable. So.
I love that everyone's loving that.
Oh, was this just a bunch of musicians just talking about it? Anyway, so the time that I played was a big part of it.
Next week.
Let's friggin' do it. I would do this anytime. I love being with you. I'm drinking water. Well, I think it's water.
I'm not drinking this, but...
Yeah, that's water. And, but I'm still dry. I need a thing.
I don't have a water, or I would be drinking it. I would be drinking this.
Keeping the glass chilled, I would like to do a champagne thing. Maybe I'm going to improvise and have some fun. I tell you what, I am going to have some fun. I have a bottle here, which has mystery liquor. We made something ages ago.
It was classy for half a second.
Which was an infused rum.
Now we're drinking mystery liquor.
That's still high proof.
Now it's sounding more classy.
I think it's coffee. I think we made coffee rum. 1 ounce.
Okie dokie.
Hello. Well, folks.
Hi,
Wine.
Bill.
Half ounce. Could you retreat from me?
Probably.
Bitters.
Which?
All those bitters.
Yes.
Thank you. Yep, that's right there. There we go. Thank you, Peychaud's. Classic bitters. Used to be really hard to find. Not so now. This is a very, very old school bitter. Adds a little color, adds a little flavor, and I'm going to top with the bubbles, if you would please. Yep, but definitely. Hey, John, if you want a recording of that thing with Red Rodney, I don't have it. I almost had it, but I'm sorry, I vogued. All I can say is,
I call him Rerun.
If you ever want to record a concert surreptitiously, just do it.
Yes, Laura, thank you for dropping the links.
Hey, Kathy.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Please.
Yay.
Anything you want. Laura's why we're here tonight, playing stuff for you. It is an extremely classy happy hour. So.
Lisa says, call the mystery liquor the Spalding Smalls.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Spalding.
Perfect.
Oh, I don't know, Dad.
Perfect. Yep.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Love it. Oh man, this song kills me. There's a couple of
Occasional Man.
really great versions of this.
That's really good, actually.
And one of them is Judy Holliday does a killer version of this song. And then there's who is the gal who did the theme to Mad Monster Party?
Right, so much to catch up on YouTube. I will leave that in your capable
We'll let that
hands.
rip.
Yep.
Oh, Limber Hendricks and Ross, vocalese.
Yes.
Extraordinaire. They're just amazing.
I want to sing along, but I don't want to sing along because Laura's singing, you know?
David loves that we're not being uptight about sophisticated hit music. Why would I be? This is just... I'm here with my cocktail and my smoking implement, and I think this is kind of awesome. I'm just saying. This is the way to be. This is great stuff. There's never any problem with this. And there's stuff in this vein that's actually a lot crazier, like Slim Gaillard, that kind of stuff, that is just great, and that's just life. Oh, Rooney.
I love this version of this song.
Yeah.
And I love this song.
Yeah.
So.
Walter Wanderley, hey, good name check. We have a couple of Wanderleys. He's great. He used to be considered the bottom of the barrel for record collectors. What is this crap? And then he played it and it's he's brilliant. What's your problem, guys? Just because rock and rollers are a bunch of morons. Let's see.
Love it.
Yeah. And who's the other one I'm thinking of?
Am I familiar? Mrs. Miller is an influence.
Hello.
In all cases, are you familiar with Mrs. Miller?
Hello.
Yes, I am, and I love her.
Edward's back.
Love her.
Edward.
Hello. I love Mrs. Miller.
Give me a second. I gotta find
Hell's
this.
a poppin'. Oh my gosh. You guys are our people.
Yeah.
I
why
love
we're here.
Mrs. Miller. Yeah. Love her. Just gonna listen to the music for a second. This happy hour makes me so happy. Notorious Betty Page, yes. Yes. Harper's Bazaar, yes. I love Harper's Bazaar. I used one of their songs recently. Which was it? Paul. Oh, he's gone. All right. Harper's Bazaar. What am I thinking of? Their big hit. Anyway. I used it in one of our playlists recently. He'll come back, he'll tell me. Anyway. I have no idea where he went, but Carol Burnett, Vicki Lawrence, Harper's Bazaar, which was their song that I used.
Olivia Ellis Petockless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do the title song to that.
I love it. Alice
Crazy whack job.
does her
60s
style.
picture, which is very establishment meets hippies. It's kind of funny.
But did they have another hit?
They had a really big hit with something called the 59th Street Bridge song.
Oh, feeling groovy.
Paul Simon. Yeah, they had the big hit with that.
All is groovy.
Simon and Garfunkel did not have a
Yeah,
hit with
yeah.
that, although they performed that at the Monterey film. So watch that.
Yeah,
That's a lot of fun.
yeah.
That's great stuff.
That's it.
But definitely.
That's
By the way,
awesome.
the singer I'm thinking about who also does a killer version of Occasional Man, Ethel Ennis.
Oh, yeah.
Look her up if you don't know her. Beautiful voice. Absolutely great, great singer. Does not get her credit. Also did the theme to Bad Monster Party. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Love her.
Unreleased on record for decades. Finally, it's available. Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Carla. Yeah, you know, there was a period where this stuff was just considered so easy it was bottom of the barrel. And then at one point, all these people got bored with all that stuff and started listening to easy.
Yeah.
There's a great quote years ago where somebody was interviewing Alice Cooper saying, "Hey, Alice, hey, this is awesome. Have you heard like Black Sabbath?" And he's like, "Oh no, man. When I'm off stage, I listen to easy listening." He was listening to like
that.
Liberace. Good.
Should we share our Alice Cooper story?
Please, why not?
Okay. It's
There are
not
stories.
an interesting story, but
Well,
because
you
we
know.
didn't meet him, but
You know, we didn't meet Alice.
we have some
in Phoenix
friends
or
who
anything.
live in Arizona, and they are personal friends with Alice Cooper, and they call Alice Aunt Alice, Uncle Alice, Uncle Alice,
Uncle Alice.
not
Yeah.
Aunt Alice, but Uncle Alice. So whenever I think of Alice Cooper, I just think of Uncle Alice.
Uncle Alice. It's hilarious. And the fact is that in life, he's apparently a really nice guy.
Yeah,
He got all his demons out on
Uncle
stage.
Alice. Yeah,
And he toured with the band. He did that whole rock and roll thing.
not Aunt. Uncle.
He was managed by Supermensch there. There's a great documentary on him, too, which is crazy. Apparently a really great guy. And made Alice Cooper when they were apparently a band from Detroit.
You have the
And it's hilarious.
Tangela Tripoli LP. Oh my gosh. We do not.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
No, we don't. We don't.
No, I don't think we do.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
We have that LP on RCA, which is, what's her thing?
LP, RCA.
What's her name?
I don't know.
There's that song, The Pink Life. We got that dame. She's actually a really cool
I think I
singer.
caught that
And I think
nap.
she made like one record, which is kind of crazy, but
I gotta wash
I
my
gotta think
hands
of her
now.
name. Yeah. There's so many singers. Some of them are really worth your time, and some of them are like, yeah, well, I don't know.
I'm trying.
We haven't name checked
I know,
everybody.
same.
We're not going to name check everybody, but I will name check if I can, people who I would like to name check. We've done some really great singers, even right down to Edie Gourmet. Yeah, like Steve and Edie. I think they don't get their fill. They have a great Christmas record, and I grew up on another Christmas record of theirs. So there we go.
Share Flores again.
Jonah Galt.
Good.
It's the name I'm thinking of. She did an album on RCA, and she has a great song called The Pink Life. It's kind of crazy. She is extremely obscure, but we have it on the record. So.
The Pink Life?
Mm-hmm. It's really crazy too.
Have I heard this?
From time to time, yes.
Right.
Hey, Peter again.
I'm going to drop the link again.
Hello, Linda again.
All right. If you're enjoying the music we're listening to,
check out the link.
Check out the link.
See all the details.
Yes.
Buy some records, buy some CDs, get some downloads. Whatever you do will work.
Perfect happy hour.
It's music.
Listening.
You could always go and just create a Spotify account and hear all this stuff. You got to get a lot of ads.
But when you purchase, you support a musician.
If you buy the records because you like the music, then you're supporting somebody specifically, and you can just spin a little on your turntable and be like, "Ha! New advertisements."
Oh my gosh! Okay.
I'm just listening to the music, and it's great.
That's been some major Alice Cooper fan. Oh my gosh! I love it. I love it. I love it.
I've been listening to Alice my entire life, and like around college age, I started listening to something specific, like stuff like Killer and $1 Billion Babies are great records. I love those records.
Oh yeah.
Love to Death.
We had $1 Billion Baby up here recently.
Love to Death is a great record. You all should know it. Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Please.
Yay! Oh.
Let's get some downloads, please.
Lisa, that makes me happy.
Yeah, one of the side effects of this is that the artist who has actually decided to favor us with some rights to play this during our show can get some people buying some music.
Exactly.
Thank you, people. That's part of the idea. Whoop! Careful.
I got it.
If you can discover the artist and pass it along a bit, that's brilliant. You're listening to her now. She's doing great stuff. I love it like few things. So that's just great stuff.
It wanted to overflow.
So.
Awesome.
Well.
You want to hand me the...
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Thank you.
Pardon me.
All right. I caught a gnat.
I'm glad you did because it was flying around knowing us.
You know, here's the thing. When you've got all these lights on you, the gnats fly around and I caught one.
We have some lawn out back and out front. We're going to
Oh my gosh,
insects.
look at this. Okay.
Hello.
People are sharing.
Oh, hello.
I love
Gotcha.
this so much. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yes, like
Oh my
Laura
gosh.
and Company owns the record label. So like this is all her production. This is all her investment.
Yes.
If you like to support that, there are several ways to do that. You know what they are.
Show it again. This is the LP. Just saying for you vinyl fans.
For you folks who have a turntable, we have a few turntables. We use them regularly. I recommend a really good turntable if you're going to get a turntable. If you don't know a good turntable, let me know and I'll recommend a good turntable. Thorns.
Recommend a good one, Thorns.
If they were paying me, I'd say it louder.
Hi, Roberta.
Hey. Yep.
Yeah, mellow is nice, isn't it? This is mellow and
I'm good with it.
Fabulous. I love it.
It's a great mix. I love the balance. Band, vocalist. I've got it in surround sound. It sounds beautiful. We're in really great place here. Hey, Marky. Glad to see you, man.
Well, there's another gnat flying around me.
Ugh.
It won't be mellow in a minute when it comes back. And
I would invite you over, but we can't do that yet. I could probably leave like a container of thing on the stoop there. You could pick it up. I tell you.
I think about that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
We do have friends locally who might enjoy picking up a drink, but at the same time, I'm like, why would they drive all this way when they could just make a drink at home? So I don't know.
If you can do it,
Why
you're
would
done.
they do that?
You're done. I just love. We got the songbook. We have some more obscure songs. We have some original songs. This is the stuff. If you want to make a record, put all of this in your record. Laura and company know how to do it.
They do. This has been so much
I'm enjoying it.
fun. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
The LP design was inspired by Julie London on Liberty. Oh gosh.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
there are several singers on Liberty who did the same approach. And of course, Liberty was the home of Martin Denny, who did fantastic album covers
Yep.
with a
Yep.
gal. So,
Yep.
these things, this is why people bought records at the time. Basically, it had a gal on the cover. But if you had good music, it would sell.
Lisa,
So,
you're right. Errol says the nice thing about an LP is that it doesn't go away because some format changed. Exactly. Exactly.
the internet age allows us to hear so much more than we possibly could have otherwise.
Yeah.
However, all of this is a bit fragile because
No, hi.
there's not a lot supporting it. If you want to listen in a permanent sense, you will need physical media.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Yeah.
It could be LPs, it could be cassette tapes, it could be LP, it could be open roll tapes, it could
Said
be
that.
8-track tapes. I don't know what the hell you've got. We'll make it work.
Exactly.
Something a little
Yeah.
more permanent will be good. At the end of the day, the little bit of plastic with the needle heading it will probably serve you as long as you need it to. And that is all you need to know. People will talk about, well, this is good, this is better than that, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Your lifespan is limited. This will last as long as you need it to.
Now, suddenly got heavy.
Oh, yeah, I'm just telling you. Ah.
What are the hi-fis? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I love that.
hello.
Oh my
Bing.
god.
Yep,
That's fantastic.
yep. Oh, Andrea.
Hi.
There's a ton of great people in Liberty. It was a really fantastic label in the late 50s. They had so much talent. It's really awesome. They had Augie Cologne. He was part of the Martin Denny group. He had a great
Yep.
solo record. All these things. There's all these crazy singers and this really exotic stuff that was happening. And it was all done in the search of hi-fi. Well, the stuff sounds fantastic now. That's the thing. And all they had to work with was a 3-track tape recorder. You can make it work on fewer tracks.
Do you see the bugs flying around
No.
our camera?
Nobody sees that.
Oh
This
my gosh,
resolution.
The cover of Julie London's cover. Hubba hubba.
I got a story about that. So when I was
Well, no better time than now to tell it.
I could tell it with props.
What props?
I'll be right back. Vamp.
He must mean a vamp. Like, what does vamp mean? I'm not a good vamp. This is why I worship Carol Burnett, because she's goofy and so am I. And Vicki Lawrence. So, anyway, you just saw me vamping and whatever. I have no idea what he's doing and when he'll be back. But, if I had a curtain rod with curtains, I would throw them over me right now. But I have no idea what he's doing, so. Will you be back soon? He's gone. All right. I'm gonna rally right now. Let's see. We haven't done any whiskey drinks tonight. So, Pardon me while. Oh, okay, wait. Oh my gosh! All right. I just ducked down. Oh, he's back. I just dug down to find some champagne flutes and none are there. So.
All right.
I think I failed at vamping, but whatever. If anyone's still here.
There's another Koopa available. I'm just saying.
I couldn't find it. Oh, over there.
Yep. But definitely. So anyway, we had a request for some of Julie.
You gotta read some comments first.
London. Yeah, downloading singles. Hey, listen, I'm gonna put it this way: I'm format friendly. Anything will do. I listen to a ton of stuff all day on streaming because I'm out in the back office. What is the back office?
Our backyard.
We went to the back office. The back office is the backyard where we've actually established a little place where I can work in the sun, and I'm listening to music, and it's kind of brilliant. And we've got a little fence back there. We're in a little castle. It's kind of great. I love it. So I need a lot of content to go back there.
Henry Mancini.
Streaming is easy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we haven't even mentioned Mancini. Love Mancini. I collect Mancini on open reel tape. You know, these things. Oh, hello. So, John, this is for you. Sounds like is just great. This is a fantastic album. That's my tape plug. Now, in terms of what does this have to do with Julie London, I will tell you something. I listen to anything. I have been actually at work listening to 8-track tapes. They work. Whatever.
Oh my gosh, theme from Peter Gunn, yes. Yes.
Please. You love Peter Gunn? Check out Mr. Lucky. The Mr. Lucky album is killer. That's the other Blake Edwards show from the early 60s. Unbelievable. The show ran into a lot of trouble at the time because it was a gambling ship. Check that out.
Yay!
Yeah, I did buy it for the music. Yeah. I'm just telling you.
Oh, David. You're so nice. Thank you.
Sandy Warner.
That's right.
I'm just saying Sandy Warner. She cut a record too. Check that out. So here's the kicker. When I was a kid, there was a box of music that was a little 45 bucks.
Oh no.
The little green box.
And by no, I mean yes.
This had all the little dividers where you could find out where
your
stuff
parents?
was in. Oh yeah, my parents' records.
Not our next door neighbors?
Oh no.
Okay.
This is what I grew up with. And at the time, there was all sorts of fun stuff in there, including something called Julie London Calendar Girl on EPs. This is the 12 months of the year on 3 records. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh gosh.
So we've got January, February, March, April. June and January. February brings the rain, melancholy. March, I'll remember. April.
I feel like February brings the blizzard.
People who were born in May, Memphis in June, Sleigh Ride in July. That's a Christmas song. Time for August.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of cheesecake going on.
Bill says we have a few 4 tracks left from the early 70s. Oh my gosh.
If you don't play them, let me know. September in the rain, this October, November twilight, warm December. This is brilliant. The 3 EPs. How many people have these things?
John says,
That was
Henry
the time at the
Mancini
time.
has a recording of Springtime for Hitler. I'm not kidding.
Oh yeah, we listen to it a lot. That's on the it's not the Latin
You know, it messes me up because I'm listening, like, he'll play it and it's just like ambient music.
Yeah.
And I'll suddenly be listening, I'm like, is that Springtime for Hitler?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That record is great. It's a really great record. I forget the actual title of that record right now. But yeah.
I'm sure you can find it. But
What else is in here? Oh, what do you know? Gertrude Lawrence, Lady in the Dark. I love that. But that's actually what I grew up with was the Julie London Calendar Girl record on EPs. Hubba hubba! Wow! I'm telling you. That music is great. That's the killer.
I like that you went up to the attic and got that and got back down here without killing yourself.
Of course, I knew where it was. Probably. I might have known where it was. Yeah, there are two Peter Gunn LPs. There was Peter Gunn, and it was so damn popular. I think that the record we own is like the 50th press. It went through a ton. And then there's Peter Gunn Volume 2. More music of Peter Gunn.
We're listening to Laura Ainsworth. I just want to keep that front and center. We're listening to Laura Ainsworth. Fabulous music, and I've been listening to her for over an hour now, and I don't want to change the record, which is for me.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's high praise, because normally by now I'd be like, can we put on something else? And like, no, I love her.
So here's the killer. Yeah. Look,
and she's here with us tonight.
Peter Gunn, more music, Peter Gunn. Here it is.
Oh, no.
2 albums on 1 8-track.
You knew an 8-track would show up.
RCA by 1968.
You knew there would be an 8-track.
They put it together in one album. This is both albums on one continuous tape. This thing sounds phenomenal. Still play it. RCA tapes usually sound very, very good, I'm just saying. And the second album of Peter Gunn is really cool. You gotta hear it.
Okay, says, wow, your parents were hip. Oh.
Monkeys and Credence. You know something? I love both of those. We grew up on Monkeys because my cousin cut her teeth on the first album and donated it to us. So I still have that album. I have the exact record that she played to death.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a great record. It really is. Hey, Patricia.
Hi.
No, it's very cool. So, well, we've been on the air for 2 hours.
Have we seriously? Wow.
And we could go for another hour, and I don't know.
Flies.
It does fly. We're having fun because this has been fun. We're playing the music of Laura Ainsworth and her band.
I'm going to drop the link again. Hold on.
Throw it down, people. We're introducing you to people you should know about. Laura.
You really should.
Does great stuff.
You like Happy Hour?
She does the music you want to listen to in Happy Hour.
A cocktail and singing along. I love.
Awesome.
Love that.
I cannot do anything better.
Nope.
Seriously. There you go. Drop it on YouTube, grab it.
Right. Cannot believe this has been 2 hours, but thank you, Laura.
Oh yeah. Calendar Girl record is just good God. And we have a couple of Christmas tunes on there. That's great. Even more than December. Here's the thing about Credence. When I was a teenager, I was at a yard sale and like all of the records were there for about 50 cents a piece. And I thought, should I buy these? And I remember thinking about it, and I found one of my friends and I asked him about it, and he's like, I don't know. And I thought,
which friend?
I thought, you don't have any idea about anything. And I went back to it and I bought the lot, and I still own them. I really, really like Bayou Country. It's a really great record.
All right.
So, there you go. They had something going on.
We do need a drink for Laura. We say you're right. Let's make a drink for Laura.
I think that deserves a coupe. Let's go.
Yes, in the cabinet. Lisa, you are so right. Let's do a drink for Laura. Okay.
Now, what would be in this?
Definitely bubbles.
Throw some ice in there to get it cold.
Lemon juice, yeah.
And what is her base liquor? It seems like a brandy drink.
Laura, do you have a preferred base liquor?
Yeah, let's find that out.
Let's just find out from Laura.
She's the gal, she's here, she knows.
Which do you choose? Let's do this. They're trying to. Okay. Laura's drinking Pinot Noir and La Film Noir. Okay.
We don't have a wine-based thing right now, so we're gonna need a liquor.
All right. Let's do.
Gin.
Or. All right. I got it. All right. I have chilled my glass. Let's do gin.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take this down, please? We'll want to share this with our patrons.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, folks.
Okay. Can you hand me a jigger, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're going to want this guy right here.
Thank you. Okay. So, if you don't, there's nothing in there except water.
Whoops. How embarrassing.
Okay. All right. Let's do an ounce of gin. I already have a name for this. Ooh. Okay. Wait. Laura says rum.
Rum!
All right. Let's pour this out.
Pour it back in the bottle.
I'm gonna pour it back in here.
All right, we'll do that.
All right.
What kind of rum do you like?
Clear rum. Okay.
Clear rum.
I'll be back.
Hi, I'll vamp. Yep. So, like, there are a lot of things you can mix with here. I know it sounds like we're figuring out what's what. Gin is a great mixer. In most circumstances, we do that in most times of the day. Rum, we got a lot of rums. We can find some really fantastic rum in a second. There are a lot of things you wouldn't mix with, and a lot of things you would mix with. And that, oh, you would mix with a lot. We do have a clear rum. It's a fantastic clear rum. Check this out.
All right. This is gonna be really good. So, I could use a new flute if you. Oh wait, we're gonna do this.
Give the coop.
The coupe. All right.
I'll just drink
I
a
got
drink.
it. Can you write this down, please? Thank
Of course.
you. Oh no, we're not wasting. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, it'll be used.
Okay.
It'll be used. Please.
Okay, so I'm going to use.
Because we have another broadcast to get on after this. Don't worry about it. Absolutely. You have provided the entertainment for the evening.
Yeah, we're just.
And it is like 50 ways from awesome. Hello. So, there you go.
Anyway. I need a measure, if you don't mind.
Like this?
No, wait, what are the measures?
That's 1 and 2.
1?
1 and 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Could you write this down, please?
Of course.
1 ounce of light rum.
This isn't just any light rum.
Uh-oh. I overflowed.
Whoops. A little messy, folks. Okay.
Thank you. Alright.
Not on the computer.
Now just get it off the rag.
With a rag?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just gonna,
Yeah.
it overflows a little bit.
Gotta be careful with that jig. Likes to float
Thank
too.
you. Alright. And
Alright,
then I'm
so.
going to use lemon juice.
Alright. How much you like?
Let's do a 1/4 ounce. That's not my measure.
Right there.
1/4 ounce fresh lemon juice. And then I'm going to take a wedge of orange juice. And then I think I'll muddle it. So take a wedge of orange and muddle it in your coupe. Right. And then fill with your bubbles.
Any bitters?
Well,
We got some great bitters from Brooklyn.
no, let's just Angostura. He reminded me about bitters. I didn't know, but I'll do a couple of dashes of Angostura bitters. Why not? All right. Mix it in. That's really good. gosh.
Right.
We have you on the big screen, but so I to be talking to the TV and be talking back. Yeah.
Here's the kicker. This is a great drink. But
that is really good, by the way.
The fact is, it's a better drink because we actually used the Thrasher's rum. This is from the Washington, D.C., the distillery bar in Washington, which is probably like half open right now. Green Spice Rum. But it is fantastic. They make all their rum from molasses. This actually has a bit of a molasses taste, but it's a clear rum. But they flavor all of this white rum with the botanicals that grow on the roof of the place. We shot an episode there last year. It's very cool.
Yeah.
This is a great place. It's a great rum. It's basically the gin of rums, which makes
worry
it
about
like
them.
bang.
Yeah, I do worry about them
I know.
in the midst of all of this, but yeah. But you can do this with light rum and it would be great.
Oh, it'll be fine.
It's really good. It's better than it has a right to be for how much time I spent, but yeah.
But seriously,
it's really
good. That's really good. So there we go. The Laura drink. Hello. By request,
oh my gosh.
We can mix on command.
And I need to spray again because I want to hold up the record again.
I know. All right.
I don't want to get the record sticky.
Seriously.
You know. All right. Thank you.
Hello.
Got it prepared to pick up the record. Thank you. Okay.
Record is actually on the side of the chair.
Pardon me.
Yep. There you go. Boom, done. Fantastic stuff. You know, talk to your local bar. They may have a little more purchase than you do. But this is a great, great rum. Hello. Top shelf. You can buy the LP, you can buy the CDs, you can buy the downloads. Do whatever you like. If you have a record player, buy the record. If you do not, buy this MP3s, whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Not a big deal. You can buy the CDs, you have a CD player.
Oh, Patricia, we are using Helme Sarah Cristalino, which where we live are super cheap.
Yep.
It's a cava. You know, I would say if you could find a nice bottle of cava or prosecco wherever you are, that's what we're using. So
we're not here to be
can't afford champagne.
Snobbish about champagne. You could go really broke on that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, a quality bottle should cost you about $12.
Lisa, thank you. Lisa and Errol, we really appreciate that.
Seriously.
No joke. Like, you keep us going, so thank you.
We do this every week because people like you tune in.
People like you and Laura and Dave, and yeah, it's, you know.
It's kind of killer.
Oh my gosh. And Colonel Keg. Oh my gosh. Amber. I love that. That's so funny.
You know something? You're all home. You're not going anywhere.
Exactly. You're home and you're taking a drink and we take a drink.
In the immortal words of Red Fox, get drunk tonight if you can.
Exactly. Exactly.
Part of the killer.
So, thank you so much, Laura. We've had a great time tonight, and
it's been awesome.
If you're just joining us, please visit Laura's website, and
we dropped that several times in the comments. It's really easy to find.
The ultimate soundtrack for your happy hour.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of great.
She's got CDs, she's got LPs, she's got downloads. Just
you can listen to the music easily. You can watch music videos. It's not hard. It's all.
She has a YouTube channel.
There.
So yeah.
Check it out.
Yep.
Check her on the socials. Like her page.
Yeah.
Do all that stuff. Come on. You gotta do it.
So good.
You love the music. I love the music. We love the music. Please. We've enjoyed a ton of great stuff this evening. Made some really great drinks.
We did an original drink.
Maybe. Okay. Yes.
That means we've played 3 CDs.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Hello.
So awesome. Thank you, Laura.
Well, maybe this is
I think we just played through all the CDs.
I got nothing else, folks.
my God.
Maybe this is the thing. But we've been on the air for on the air for 2.25 hours.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
No wonder I need a snack.
We have another broadcast to hit.
Oh my gosh.
Kids, it's been fantastic to see you. We've had some great music. Great music.
Thank you for joining
First and
us.
foremost, great music. Unbelievable arrangements. I've been listening to it. It's just killer. All sorts of musicians have been chiming in. Please.
Yes, exactly.
Please keep doing that.
Send us your music.
Let us rip. We've been name checking
visit.
people like Big Spiderback. That's unbelievable.
Special. Yeah, no, but this has been special.
This is all about the classic songbook and hot
It's
jazz,
what we need right now.
I love it. I just love all that stuff.
It's what we need right now. So please,
it's a very important part of my childhood.
Laura.
So we're gonna do it. You've seen all the links. Check it out. Buy some music. You've seen all the drinks. You will find them tomorrow if you are a patron. And if you are not, you will find one of them. If you would like to be a patron, let us know.
Patreon.com.
You can find us easily. And you can support what we do here because we give you a bunch of drinks and music and fun stuff every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
We do our best.
Daylight time.
We do our best.
We try. We try.
And
but
anyway.
This is what it's all about. As always, thank you so much for joining us. We are just talking to the wall otherwise.
Uh-oh.
Oh, get a clue.
So many moving parts.
Thank you so much for appreciating Laura's music. Thank you so much to the people who have actually purchased some of Laura's music. She is an artist selling material in this day and age. You can always just go to the usual source and support.
Incredible, by the way.
Well, yeah, and incredible. Hello.
Incredible, by the way.
I'm just saying. Do I have to say that? What are you, stupid? Come on. Just listen to her. Listen to this stuff. She's awesome.
Dora.
Done. There you go. And we've had over 2 hours of broadcast, so I'm kind of punchy. But we're here for you. Send us any questions. Send us any love. We love you. We're keeping you going as best we can with what we've got the tools. Thank you, Laura Ainsworth, for giving us some great tunes to soundtrack this.
This has been perfect. Perfect for tonight.
Because I think it's worked so well, and I love all the music. It's just unbelievable. Folks, check it out. As always,
we will
see you